Open your minds.
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
And so a community is where you control your police, you control your commerce, you control your education, you control your house. We don't control none of that. We live in a hood. Huh? Well, what about the Negroes that get out? Oh, well, say, my cousin, they say he's a multi-millionaire, almost got $1 billion.
The Prophet of Thought
3
series.
PhDs, working on 2 more. Driving down the street in Chicago in his Rolls Royce, enjoying himself, and he hears these sirens and look through the mirror and see this cop car flashing lights. He squeezed the steering wheel, man. Heart beats fast. Because he knows the price of a Negro, what it could be. And then when that cop car passed him by, he said, thank God he wasn't after you in the first place, punk. That Negro thing you can't get away from. It's universal. They wasn't coming after you. With all your millions, with your Rolls Royce, with your PhD, didn't help. That's the hood. Why do you think you never pick up the paper till you read over and over and see white families travel? You think it's thousands of black cops in America. Why don't you see white families crying as black cops got my loved one 42 times in the back of the head? Why do you think black cops don't do that? You think they're more spiritual? Think they're better dressed? No! They got enough sense to know that white folks ain't gonna tolerate it. And I will stop in our neighborhood when we decide we will not tolerate it. Now, if we was organized, which is hard to organize people who are just gonna run crazy and you don't know you're crazy. But if we were, with the money we have, and the many people who would come to our aid that don't know what it's like to be a Negro, and we said, if we said, look, we saying, if we don't get a federal law to deal with police brutality, that anytime a cop or anybody carry a gun, have to have a license just like you do to drive a car. And if you use it wrongly, you'll lose your license. And if it's upheld, you can never work again as a cop or a store guard or a private detective. How do you get Congress to push that through? Well, you take your economic power and you call on your friends, black, white, young and old, and say, this coming Christmas, if we don't have a federal law to outlaw police brutality by law, then we call them for a nationwide boycott of Christmas and it'll start on Thanksgiving. Well, let me tell you what that means. 79% of all retail in America happens between Thanksgiving and Christmas. People stay in business all year, lose money just for Christmas, huh? Well, what happens now? Saks Fifth Avenue, Toys R Us, Sears and Roebuck, Weston House. They will get the bill, and all they got to do is make one phone call and say, Harry, that's the senator, I want that bill pushed through in 3 days. Okay, it's an economic thing. It's that simple. But we have the power, but the system has wiped us out so bad.
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
Van 10 and Lincoln 6. Go ahead. We have a suspect down, 10-4. That's 10-4. The officer's code 4. We have one suspect that's been shot.
Open your minds. And peace, folks. Welcome back to another edition of the Prophet of Thought series right here on the old T.P.O.T. YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you knew that already. That's why your black asses are here. Tonight, special guests. Y'all know we've been having these special guests the last couple of weeks. And tonight, I'm actually looking forward to this one because my old ass don't know nothing about mics and shit like that. I just buy a bunch of shit, plug it up, and hopefully the shit works. But tonight, special guest tonight, brother CUDA is in the house. I know y'all know who brother CUDA is. He's been here before on the T.P.O.T debates. So we'll be bringing him up in a minute. But y'all know we always start the show with thanking you, good folks, for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, of course, and of course, your hard earned pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and 50-cent pieces, because you don't have to do it. You don't have to watch these damn shows. You don't have to show up to these damn streams, especially on a Saturday. But you good folks choose to do it. And you definitely don't have to drop your hard earned coins on this platform, but y'all choose to do that too. And I want y'all to know tonight, like every night, I appreciate all you good folks, man. And y'all know me by now. Y'all have seen me long enough. Y'all know I don't stroke your, kiss your black butts. I say it because I really mean it. I don't take you folks lightly. I don't. I don't take you lightly. I don't take what you do lightly, and I don't take your support lightly. I don't take your views lightly. I don't. And I just want y'all to know, man, that I am humbled, I'm honored, I'm grateful, and I'm appreciative for all you good folks that hang out there and the good folks who hang out in here. All right. All right. Let's get at it without further damn delay. The one and only DJ CUDA. Brother
What's going
CUDA,
on, X? Can you hear me?
good. Yeah, what's good with it, man?
Hey, what's going on?
I wanted you to come tonight because you see I labeled this the microphone fiend. That's
Yeah.
a play on some word. But
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
I wanted you to come in, brother, and talk about equipment, and because you're the resident expert, on mics and all that kind of stuff, and hope help my old ass out along with some of the good folks out in the audience who might be having some trouble. And brother CUDA has agreed to take questions from the audience as
Yep.
well, so we'll be doing that also. But first, before we get into that, brother,
Mm, mm.
DJ CUDA,
Yes, sir.
that you're a DJ, right?
Yeah, I mean, I DJ. I do mixing and stuff like that. It's more like a like a name, like a handle. Most
Oh,
definitely.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. I do
Okay.
mixing, putting stuff together, doing radio broadcasts and things like that. So yeah.
Okay. Um, I know you always you stress having, good mics and
Mm,
all that kind of stuff. So won't you just tell the folks who may not have heard it in the nosebleed seats from you before,
mm.
go ahead and explain a little bit about, the whole microphone thing and the sound and what you think is important about it.
Well, I mean, I express like production and like production quality, but I kind of got minimized to just microphones, so I just run with it. But basically, like in the space that I'm in, I would like brothers to have better production, better quality. I noticed that the manosphere as a whole has a problem with their sound and things like that. And it was just a lane that nobody was talking about. It wasn't open. So I ended up it ended up choosing me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like I want brothers to be on some on some cool shit, on some fly shit. Be proud of the equipment that they own, and just be more proud when they go to do their content. And a lot of times it does come with like the tools and the equipment that you use to work, that you use, when you're working. It's nice to, cut off the lights and your whole studio just lights up, and it's like, man, came a long way, and I enjoy what I do, you know.
Hmm. Um, I know a lot of us. I mean, because even myself, you know, I've been, investing a little bit of stuff here and there.
Of
And a
course.
lot of us, when we first started out, we didn't have like a mic. We were like doing it, with like the earphones and, the mic that came with our phone and,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff. That's what most of us were doing in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But I think YouTube has gotten a lot more sophisticated. Um, even old fellas like me, we have mics now, we have, different kind of cameras and expensive computers and all this kind of stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it does make a bit of a difference. I don't know how much of a difference it makes on your impact, how you deal with people, and how you, quote unquote produce, your material.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it makes you feel better, when you have decent equipment. And it's crazy because I used to be in radio, a long
Okay.
time
Yeah.
ago, years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
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 Years ago,
Yeah.
I used to be in radio. And, radio was different. I mean, I just basically used to come in there and, come in there with my notes and do sound checks. And,
Mm-hmm.
all that other stuff is handled for you. You got a digital engineer, you got a sound engineer, you got all those people in there. So all you
Mm-hmm.
basically got to do is come in there, put your headset on, do some sound checks for like 5 minutes.
And
And,
rock and roll.
yeah, all the other shit is handled for you. But
Mm-hmm.
when you're doing production on, like the YouTube medium,
You
you're all
everybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're that person,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that was kind of a equipment shock for me, because I would make videos and people would write under the video, "Oh, X, you need to get a microphone. Oh, X, your shit is mumbly." Especially when you do like the pre-recorded stuff. They'd be like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
man, this video was all right, X, but damn, your shit's muffled." So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what kind of got me into, well, let me buy a microphone, let me buy it. And it's crazy because I have equipment. I mean, I
Yeah.
have,
You came in the game with an XLR. You
yeah,
came in with it.
I have some equipment because when and I tell people this story, and I'm about to tell y'all it again. So if you don't want to hear it, just mute your YouTube for about 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
When I was working in radio, the guy who owned the station, he moved to Maryland. And when he left all the equipment with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like out in my shed, I have a bunch of radio equipment and computers and shit like that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I haven't hooked it up. I just haven't done it. I guess because I don't want to go in my shed and look at all that bullshit. But because I have a big Yamaha mix board that's about
Whoa.
this damn big.
Whoa.
I have a little one in here, a little Yamaha that I keep in here that I actually used to have hooked up, because it's small.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, this is a Yamaha
Those are good. Two channel
audio,
mixer.
yeah, Audiogram 6. It's pretty decent. I actually
Mm-hmm.
used to use it. I don't know. Well, I unhooked it when I got a new computer, and I
Okay.
just I never hooked it back up.
Yeah, I used
Um,
to have a couple of those, but they weren't Yamaha.
yeah,
They were Behringer. But Yamaha is a
yeah.
really good company. Yeah.
I have let me see what else I got up in here. I have this mic here, which is this is like my phone mic that I use when I hook up my phone lines, and it
Mm-hmm.
allows me to talk to people on the phone because I don't have my mix board hooked up, so I
Mm-hmm.
have to have two different computers set up.
What type of
And
microphone is that one? Is that a Electro Voice?
this is a cardioid low impedance. It's an ATR
Okay.
20.
Low
It's actually a
impedance.
pretty
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's actually a decent microphone,
Yeah,
but it
Audio
works
Technica.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
it works better with the mix board than it does without it. And I
Yeah, that
have
microphone requires gain.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it works better with the mix board. And I
Mm-hmm.
have I got this XLR mic, which
Mm-hmm.
is it's just a cheap old mic. I think it's like $40 or something like that.
Yeah, I had a couple
And
of those. Those are
yeah,
good.
it's all right. It's all right. And of course I have this one here, but I like this one better because it does this. So I use this one. I also have this one here. This is just a
Oh,
regular
that's
old,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
top
and that's a
address.
pretty Yeah, that's a pretty good mic right there. That
Mm-hmm.
mic, this is probably the best sounding mic I have. It
Mm-hmm.
sounds better than all of these. I just, I have an affinity to this one because it has little buttons on it. You can do shit, echo
Yeah,
and
you
all
can
that kind of
twist it.
stuff.
Yeah, you can do all
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
stuff with it.
Yeah, it does shit. So I have quite a bit of stuff. I just don't have it hooked up the way it's supposed to be hooked up and all that kind of stuff. So ergo, my man here to the right, and he's gonna get all this shit right for me tonight, y'all. He's gonna explain it in detail and let me know what I need to do.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk about interface.
Okay.
Cause me, I want to be able to, like the way you do all those sound effects, and all that shit you be doing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to do that, but I
Mm-hmm.
want to be able to do it outside of, the stream yard system. I want to be able to play those sound effects because I can do it because I have 3 computers hooked up
Mm-hmm.
where I'm
Mm-hmm.
at, my
Mm-hmm.
little makeshift studio, and I
Mm-hmm.
can hook another computer up and, play music or whatever. But it's different than doing it interface. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Because you're relying on your microphone to pick up, off of like some external speakers. I want it all to be inside. So it'll have good clarity, good sound. I want that. I don't want it to be coming, through the microphones. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the best way to go about with the interface? What's the best way to go about that?
All right, great question. So, nowadays, like everything is you're everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of not hard. You don't have to have a sound guy. You could be, your own sound guy, stuff like that. There's something that I'm pushing now, which a couple of YouTubers here they've bought them and they're having a lot of fun with it. Which is this little thing right here that just dropped. This is called the Zoom Pod Track P4. And you can literally go to Best Buy and pick one up. This is a really good instrument right here. Now, this is a mixer, interface, and basically a unit built for podcasting. So let's say that you're on the road and it fits in your pocket. It is plastic though, so I wouldn't drop it. But this thing has a lot of strong preamps. It has about 78 decibel of gain, so it can run like microphones like this one, which are gain hungry, or the SM7B here, which are gain hungry microphones. Come with 4 headphone inputs right here, so everybody on your podcast can they can hear themselves with plugging in their headphones, so you don't have to use a splitter. Also, these 4 buttons right here, these are for the sound effects. So if you have an SD card, all you really need to do is have your SD card here, and you can unload the sound effects off your SD card, and you can patch them to these 4 buttons. And this volume knob right here controls the volume of the sound effects that you would like to have. Now, as like with the voice, how you can change your voice, you would have to have like another interface to do that, or a voice changer, and just have it integrated in your sound chain, or just have it run through the actual interface. But something like this is good for the sound. This is good for your podcast. Also, you can plug all 4 of your mics in right here. Right here, channels 3 and 4. Now, channels 3 and 4, these 2 channels are just for microphones. 3 and 4 are also for microphones, but you can also hook your cell phone, or your tablet, or any device that you have music running into it. You can hook it into here. It has a Bluetooth adapter where you can hook the Bluetooth adapter into it, or you can just hook your aux cord into it. And right here, you have USB-Cs right here where you can hook your computer into it. And when you hook your computer into it, you can also run the sound from coming from your computer, or your mic, or your tablet, or your phone from from your basically from your device, but it will bypass these 2 channels. But these 2 channels, you can just run your microphones and stuff in it. And like I said, you can do dynamic mics, or you can do, mics that, require a lot of gain, condenser mics. So, I would think this would be a solution. But if you want to do like the voice changing and stuff like that, Shout outs to War Master. Shout outs to everybody in the chat, by the way. He recommended the Roland VT4, which is pretty good also. And then I just got this loop station, does the same thing. Those are just basically built-in effects in the actual interface where you can actually change up your voice, you know, through your microphone, but it'll run through your microphone channel and things like that.
So, what's the best mic? I know you know. What's the best mic?
Oh
What
man.
mic should everybody have if you're going
Oh.
to be doing podcasts or whatever? What should be that
That's a
must
good
have
question.
microphone?
So that's a good question. So microphones are very tricky, which is why a lot of people really don't understand them, especially XLR microphones. A lot of people they just go for like plug and play microphones and stuff like that. Like like this is a plug and play microphone, but this is audio. This is also a condenser microphone. So the thing is that it depends on what you're trying to do. Your microphone is a tool. So if you want to do like voiceover and stuff like that, it is good to get a cardioid mic because it has a lot of coloration. It picks up more sound and things like that. But the bad part about it is that it picks up everything in the room. See what I'm saying? It picks up everything in the room. A rat pissing on cotton, they'll pick it up and things like that. So what will happen is you have to sound treat your room. And if your room is not sound treated, you'll get what's called room reverb. A lot of people in the space, they have what's called room reverb, whereas they're speaking in a room. Now, if you're in a room that has like furniture or carpet and things like that, or you have, you can put comforters on the wall and things like that, it's basically from stopping the sounds from bouncing off the wall and moving around, because those sounds bounce off the wall and then they come right back into the microphone. So usually what I do is I recommend people dynamic mics because they're studio standard. They're really good. They block out noise. So right now I'm doing what's called microphone technique. I don't literally have to be up on the microphone, but I'm in the microphone's line of sight when it comes down to sound. But if I want to be in front of the microphone, you'll get a different sound. So what will happen is I would recommend a dynamic mic. Now the thing about it is you have to know your voice and you have to be able to voice match your microphone. So if you have a more deeper baritone voice, you want to get a microphone that can capture a deep or baritone styled voice. That way you can capture the resonance. You can capture your voice and stuff like that. Most people don't like how their voice sounds, but you're going to be hearing your voice a lot, whether you're editing, whether you're doing all kinds of different things. So it's very good to capture a mic that matches your voice. But if I had to say the two types of mics that everybody should own, which are these two mics, I'm gonna have a show on both of them because these two mics are the industry standard for broadcasting. Because what we're doing on the internet now is broadcasting. So I will recommend either these two mics. Now the RE20, these go for about 500, 550, and they're pretty gain hungry. Dynamic mics usually don't use phantom power. But for these mics, you may have to use phantom power because you might have to add a couple of decibels of gain to it. So I use this
What's
thing called.
phantom power? Tell the people what phantom
So
power is.
so phantom power, it usually works with condenser microphones. The setups for dynamic microphones and condenser microphones are different. Condenser microphones require an additional amount of power to run them. So you would have to have phantom power on your unit to run the condenser microphones. The reason why these microphones use phantom power is because, like you said, these are radio mics. These are broadcasting industry standard microphones, and they require gain. They're gain hungry. So you need to have an extra source to give it the extra gain so that you don't have to crank up your preamp as high. You don't have to run your unit hot. So what you do is you get a cloud lifter or you get what's called I keep forgetting the name and I say it all the time, but cloud lifter or a fat head or a what I get is the SE Electronics Dynamite, which is basically it's a mic booster. It's a preamp booster. So basically, what it does, it takes the stress off of your interface or your like your Yamaha or something. It takes the stress off of it and adds more gain to it. But then on your Yamaha or your interface, you're gonna have to run it as a condenser mic because you're not using the phantom power to boost the microphone. You're using it for the preamp. Is you know what I'm saying, for this mic booster. So you want to use that, and then you want to hook that into your microphone, and then your mic will have enough gain to run
Are
it
are both of those
correctly.
mics hooked up? Both of them are hooked up.
Yeah, both of them are hooked up. I can
So how do you keep them from? How do you keep them from like like pinging off of each other? Well, they're different kind of mics, right? Both those two mics you got in front of you.
both
How do
of
you keep them from like feedbacking? Like, you know what I'm saying?
both of these mics are dynamic microphones. So I just switched to this one, and you can tell the difference within the voice.
Okay.
Like, so this is the SM7B. This is the RE20.
Okay.
So it's always good to have good headphones also, so you can be able to hear everything. Now, they don't bounce off of each other because, like I said, they're dynamic and they're in the line of sight right now, but they don't bounce off each other. Both of them are dynamic. Dynamic mics are good because what it does is it rejects the noise. It picks up the noise dead in front of it. So what happens is when I turn it sideways, it's going to reject the noise that's from it, and then it's going to reject the noise behind it, and then it come back around, and then you get back in front of it, it's going to have the sound of the microphone. So this is good when you don't have a sound treated room because you have things going on in the background, computer fans, kids playing outside, things like that. And what it does is that it rejects the noise of the around the microphone. You know, you got your keyboard, you got a whole bunch of things that you may not want to pick up in your recording. And dynamic mics, what they do is it rejects the noise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
So
listening
those
to
are better. Hmm.
listening to my voice, what would be the best mic for me?
I would say either this microphone, but I would say the SM7B because you have more of a
Of course,
mix.
you're going to say the $500 goddamn mic.
The SM7B it's like 400. You can get it like 450, 400 around that price range, but it's really good. These are very versatile mics. Like you can actually sing a lot of the favorite songs that people listen to. They've been recorded on, especially the SM7B. It's a very versatile mic. People mic it up the kick drums. These got kick drum switches on it and presence boosts and stuff like that. So you see how you're up on your microphone on your
Mhm.
cardioid mic. It's the same thing with this SM7B. This SM7B has what's called a presence boost. So if I wanted to speak into this SM7B from back here, I can speak into the SM7B from back here, and you'll get a different sound. But then when I get up on the SM7B, now you get a totally different sound, which is called
Okay.
presence boost. So when you do like voice narration and things like that, that's pretty good because people want to be able to hear the voice. And then this thing, it captures like the vibrations and everything. It captures the darker tones. This microphone here has what's called a darker tone to it. It's not bright. So when you capture the darker tones, you capture more of the bass in your voice, and it just sounds really good, you know.
Okay.
And you're
So
not
I need
capturing everything around you. Now
first.
this microphone is boosted though, because I have a cloud lifter hooked into it. So what it does is
Okay.
that now you hear more of the mic. You hear more of what it has to offer. These microphones, a lot of people, even in the manosphere, they went out and bought them, and they're having a hard time running them because number one, they don't have the equipment to run it, or they don't know how to run it, or what's going on with it. These microphones, what will happen is if you don't have enough gain on your preamp, you know what I'm saying? Is gonna give you a hissing noise. A
Mm.
hissing noise will come up with it because it's barely being powered the way that it's supposed to be powered.
Yeah. So those mics, you gotta, if you don't have a mix board, you're gonna get that
Yeah, these are
little.
all these are
uh,
all X. Yeah, these are our XLR mics. These are industry They've been using these since the '60s, and it's
Okay.
cool that like people and podcasters they're using them now because these microphones, they stand the test of time. Like, people will be like, well, I don't know why I should spend all this money, all this money on microphones and stuff. Like, man, these microphones, I can pass these down to my children. You know what I'm saying? These microphones are going to be around for 10, 30, 20 years. If you take care of them, you know.
Okay.
So, this microphone is very famous. Michael Jackson used this microphone. He recorded Thriller with this microphone. A lot of artists that, you guys know, they use this microphone to record, their, music and stuff like that, and even just radio broadcasting. You go to the Breakfast Club, this microphone, you see this microphone all over the place. This microphone is actually pretty common,
Okay.
and then they come with things like this speech filter. So you can hear the plosives on this microphone. If I say Paul picks up pizza pronto, you can hear the plosives on it, and that's what this is for and stuff like that. Same thing with the microphone that you have. You have what's called a windscreen. Same thing. It's a speech filter, but it's not actually built for speech. It's more of a windscreen. Your microphone will pick up more stuff in the room. If you were to take that windscreen off, you would kind of hear it, but we might not hear it. So
Okay.
there's a
So
lot
what
of
do you
stuff that
think?
goes on. Microphones are cool.
What do you think about these? Because I got quite a few of these, even though I never freaking use them. These pop protectors here. What do you
Yeah,
what's
the
your
pop
what's
filters.
your view
Yeah,
on those?
I got one right here for this one, and that's the same thing. I love them. Like, it stops the plosives, because you don't want to record something good and then you clip because of the the plosives.
Yeah.
Your plosives are, when you
Yeah.
it'll
It's
yeah.
like you beatboxing. It comes through
ex,
like you
ex,
beatboxing.
exactly. But see,
Yeah.
when you put on something like like, you can hear more of my voice now with with the screen off, and you can hear more of the plosives. When you use something like this, see the difference? Now the plosives,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't it doesn't it doesn't hinder your recording or anything like that, or if you want to do narration and stuff like that. So I would say the SM7Bs are actually they're more forgiving on a lot of people's voice, and it does add a certain type of coloration or character to your voice. So I would say the SM7B, but I like the RE20s. I just really started getting into Electro Voice. I own all three of their main microphones, and I did a shootout between all three of them, and they're pretty good. So this microphone right here, I can take the processing off of all of them, and you can just hear how the microphone sounds by itself. I have processing on all of them. But this microphone right here has more of a muffled sound, which is really good. A lot of sportscasters and guys use this microphone. Steve the Dean. There's a lot of people in the space that actually use this microphone. This is actually a really pretty good mic. The other one, the RE320, which is the little brother to this one, is a broadcasting mic, but it's more bright. You know what I'm saying, DJ Academics? A lot of people, I try to say names so it's more relatable. So when you go look at their stuff,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, okay, you can hear the difference. But that microphone is more top end. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's not more bassy. You're not going to hear the more of the lower tones, but you'll hear more of the top end. And then, Tommy used it. Yep. And then, you have what you call it? Then you have the RE27ND, which is like a big radio standard microphone, but it's more crisp. It's more, it's like the crescent. It's a dope mic. You know what I'm saying? And you can flick the switches and get all types of different sounds out of it. You can literally play with that microphone and have it sound similar to this one and the other one. So it just depends on what you're trying to do. What type of sounds that you're trying to get out of it. What are you applying it to? We're broadcasting right now, so it's better to use a broadcasting microphone for the situation and stuff. And then also certain microphones, like this one. This is another one that I just got. This is the EV ND 767A. The ND is for neodymium. So it's a different type of microphone. It uses these magnets that, rub together when sound is applied to it, and it gives a good sound. But certain microphones, they're for long-term use, and certain microphones aren't for long-term use. If you use this for a long time, People are not going to listen to you really talk on this for long periods of time, where people are more comfortable listening to you on something that's more easier on the ears and stuff. A lot of people but to tell you the truth too, a lot of people, they just don't have the equipment to really hear the differences in the mics and stuff like that. So,
Well,
and I will turn off the EQ on these ones so y'all can hear what it sounds like without compression and stuff.
So you have all of that there. You know, you got mixed boards, you got cloud lifters, you got all of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's be honest, a lot of us can't afford all that shit. You know, a lot of people can't.
You don't have to. Yeah,
they can't afford all that shit. You know, they got all this shit in here. You know, and motherfuckers ain't as fortunate as me, where you get radio equipment left to you and shit like that.
Agreed. I understand.
But,
yeah, I have solutions for those too. Yeah.
You know, I mean, and I think that a lot of people, you know, they want to do it as professional as possible. I truly believe that. But they don't have the money. So how does a person get the good sound that you discuss, you know, on a shoestring budget, if that's possible?
Well, number one, you got to figure out what your budget is. I got another show coming soon where I show you guys microphones that's about like $100, and like with a unit like this that's about $200, right? And then you just go get a cable and you go get a headphones, and you have a whole studio for under $500. You know, this is the thing about equipment and stuff like that. Okay.
Well, before you go into it, Brother Clue with the $5 super chat, appreciate that, Brother Clue. He says he said he has a Samsung G-Track. What are your thoughts on USB mics? I'm pretty sure you hate those, if I remember.
No, I don't hate I don't hate USB mics. USB mics, they're plug and play. Basically, you plug them into your computer, and your computer reads it as a sound source and it plays it. They're plug and play, you know. But you don't have an analog sound. You don't have a digital sound. A lot of people with USB mics, you know, if they kind of know what they want to sound like or what they're doing, they actually would like the sound of an analog mic, you know, a XLR mic. When you're doing voice acting and stuff like that, and voiceovers or anything serious when it comes down to sound, they tell you to get an XLR mic because it's more professional, the sound is more accepted, and things like that. There's nothing wrong with USB mics. As a matter of fact, they're actually getting a lot better. You know, they're actually really getting good. I can get a USB mic sounding like a $2,000 microphone, if not better. You know what I'm saying? But the sound is digital. It's a digital sound. And then that can limit the control that you have over your sound. And then also that can further the control that you have over your sound. But the way you go about it, like the gain staging and stuff like that, you gotta kind of know what you're doing when it comes down to sound, because what you may be hearing is not what may be getting put out.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? What you may be hearing is not what you're getting put out. People get on me. Well, I kind of get on people about this too. People get on me about this microphone right here, which I need to clean off, and I should have cleaned it off because I knew.
Was that the Yeti?
Yeah, they get on me about this microphone, which is the Yeti, and the Yeti does not have any. You see how it says gain right here at the top? It does not have a knob where it shows you how much gain that you're getting out of this.
Well, okay.
You see what I'm saying? You got your cardioid patterns right here. You got your volume right here, and it got the little ticks on it and everything, but it doesn't have a knob where it can show you, yo, how loud is your microphone and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? This thing will pick up everything in the room, especially if you're not running it correctly. The reason why I have a problem with people that go out and get this microphone is there's a couple things that's wrong with this microphone. Number one, it is a toy. You know what I'm saying? It is a toy, but it's a good toy. If you know what you're doing with it, you can do a lot of stuff with it. But the thing is that people, they use it incorrectly. Like some people, you'll see it. Some people, I need to tighten these damn bolts. Hold on. Some people, you will see this microphone pointed to them like this.
Yeah.
You don't use this microphone like this. This is a condenser mic. This is not a dynamic mic where it's end address, where it's end fire, where you can talk it to the side of it. When I get on the side of this microphone, now you can hear more of the room reverb, or you can hear more of the room reverb this way because this microphone was end address. It's supposed to be used end address. Whereas this microphone, you have to speak up into it like this. You can't speak into it like this. This doesn't work when you speak into it like this. You got to speak into it like this. Now, you don't know how loud you are in this microphone or what you're picking up because you can either have your headphones plugged into your computer, which misreads this microphone, or you can have your headphones plugged into the bottom of this microphone, which also misreads the microphone because, number one, you probably are using it like this. Number two, this stand is terrible. You don't want your microphones on a stand. See, X, you're doing good because you have yours on a boom arm. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yours is on a boom arm. You got it clamped or something. It's suspended. It's right in front of you. You can get directly into it. This, you can put it on a boom arm, but see, the boom arm, it just goes right here into the back, and then the microphone just basically, you have to speak in front of it. So a lot of people, they're not using it correctly. Another thing is, when you get into sound, a lot of these apps and stuff, they're telling you, yo, you can use your cell phone. Some people can use their cell phone. Some people sound good using their cell phone. But the thing is that if you're using your cell phone mic, any mic that you upgrade to after your cell phone mic sounds like it's good. Sounds like it's professional. But the thing is that you have to teach yourself to hear. You got to be able to hear room reverb. You got to be able to hear, you can literally hear. You can literally, I won't say see sound. You can to a certain degree if you know what you're hearing, but it's a lot that goes into it. And the thing is that the Yeti is just one of those mics that people just pick up and they just plug it in and just start talking. And they don't. A lot of those people, they don't listen to their sound, or they don't hear how they sound. And also, plug and play microphones, it can take away from your voice, because what it does is it digitizes the sound and then just sends it to your computer, and your computer just reads it as a sound source. Whereas the XLR or analog mics, you have a lot of things. You have a signal. You have a lot of other things that come into play, which is capturing your sound. And what that does is that it gives you a better quality and stuff like that. But if you're on the road or something like that, hell yeah, go use a Yeti. You know what I'm saying? Plug it in and stuff like that. But if you're gonna be on like YouTube and you're taking like your production to the next level, you shouldn't really use a Yeti no more than like 6 months. You should be kind of wanting to take it to the next level because you're broadcasting. That's not really a broadcasting mic. And then sadly, you got people that like to sing and rap and do all kinds of stuff on that mic. And yeah, it can work, but you're going to have to do a lot of editing and processing and stuff like that to kind of get the sound out of it that you want. But that microphone, what it does, it picks up every single thing in the room. And it's supposed to. That's what it's built for. Also, people are paying extra for that microphone when you could pay like $60 for a Blue Snowball, which is the exact same thing. So if you're not interviewing people and stuff like that, I mean, with that microphone, you have extra features that come with it, but those are not extra features that you're going to necessarily use. Like, if I was one of the selling points of that microphone is that it has what's called omnidirectional, meaning that it has the cardioid where it can pick up right in front of you, and then it has omnidirectional where it can pick up in the front of the microphone and in the back of the microphone, and then it has another one where it picks up everything around it, and then it has another setting called stereo where a lot of people like to use that microphone for ASMR. So what happens is with the Yeti, what it does, even if you want to do omnidirectional, like if you're interviewing me, what you can do, you can sit it in the middle of both of us, and it'll pick both of us up on the recording. But the bad part is that it's going to pick up the sound in the
room noise.
Yeah, it's going to pick up.
Even if you have
reverb.
Because I know when I was in the booth, we have like the pad and stuff on the wall.
Mm-hmm,
Even if you have that,
mm-hmm.
even if you have that, it'll still pick up extra outside noise outside of
Well,
us talking?
well, it'll sound a lot better if you have a sound treated room. It's not going to pick it up as much. You're broadcasting. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Get a broadcasting mic. That's
gotcha.
what it's built for. You'll be a lot happy, with the broadcasting mic. When you end your shows, up there in that right corner, what does it say?
Um, in the right, what on the stream
On the
StreamYards?
StreamYards, yeah, on that top right corner, that red button when you end the show.
It says in broadcast. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Let me get to some of these super chats before the brothers get mad at me and drive to my house. Uh, $20 super chat from David Johnson, the asshole. Brother check in mate. He says salute to Brother X, DJ CUDA, and the entire chat from Mr. Check and Mate. I appreciate that $20 super chat. Brother David Johnson. Don't get mad at me, y'all. Y'all know I'm old and I wear glasses and the goddamn screen is way the hell over there. So, don't get mad at the old fella. Another one from David Johnson, Brother David. He says, also, Brother X, I overheard Cynthia G saying she wants Sister Ali's contact info for a debate.
Man,
T.P.O.T. I'm like,
she's not gonna entertain that lady, man.
no, she's not. I mean, I've known Sister Ali since about 2012. I mean, know her personally. I've sat down with her, talked to her, and all that kind of stuff. She's it's a
Yeah, she was on our
99 point.
podcast the other day.
Yeah. It's a 99.999% chance that she is not going to do it, even if I ask her. So, but I appreciate the $10 super chat though, Brother David. Thanks for hitting me up with that. Let me see. I know I done missed a few more. Brother Cichlid with the $20 super chat. Appreciate that, Brother Cichlid. He said just a little donation so this brother can get his heat turned back on. I don't know what the hell that means.
Yeah, it is a little
appreciate
chilly
that.
in here. Yeah, I need
I appreciate that, Brother Cichlid. Also, Brother Eric Bird with the $2 super chat. He says peace to Brother X, DJ CUDA, and chat. I appreciate that support, brothers. Y'all know I do. Let me see. Did I miss? I'm gonna go back up, y'all, as far as I can, because I think I missed a couple because I was listening to CUDA. Because I need to learn some of this shit. But if I missed it, I didn't do it on purpose, y'all. I didn't.
Shout outs to War Master.
I did not do it on purpose, brothers. I did not. Y'all know I don't. I'm not like that. Well, what do you think about like the arms? Like, should you have a specific arm? Because I have like 3 of these. These are the arms I use. Like this one here is like, it's like on a platform. It's not suspended, with these rubber things and all kind of nonsense on it. This one sits as a platform. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about the arms? Like, I mean, should you have a specific arm?
Yeah. This one, I've always had this microphone on it. This boom arm right here is like $15. I'm pretty sure we got the
they're
same
pretty
one.
cheap.
Yeah, this one's like
cheap.
$15. I would say get a more expensive boom arm. The two that I would recommend, there's actually 3. I would recommend the Rode PSA 1. It's about $100, but any mic that you put onto that arm, it'll hold it. You won't have to worry about a damn thing. These things, these are kind of hit and miss. Like I'm really tripping right now having like a 500 plus, microphone on, but it's not heavy
on a $10 arm.
Right, on $15 arm, right.
Plus you get noise, like
yeah, and
you hear that, right?
That's what the same thing here. But see, this thing has a built-in shock mount, so it doesn't do that. See that thing that clamp that you have with the rubber bands and stuff? That's a shock mount. That's supposed to reduce noise.
You're talking about this one.
Yeah, that's called a shock mount. That's supposed to stabilize the mic and reduce noise in case you bump the desk or you bump the boom arm, so it doesn't come up in the recording and stuff like that. The Blue Compass is good, or you can get one of these. This actually comes with a lot of Electro Voice microphones. It's a boom arm, and it actually has the XLR cable built into it, running down it. You know what I'm saying? So it has the XLR cable built into it.
Yeah, like this. This has this one has the cable in it. That one
Yeah,
doesn't. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. Cause see,
it,
I gotta wrap my cable and figure out, so that it's not pulling on anything. See, so I gotta
okay.
make sure it's not pulling on anything or loosening a bracket or stuff like that. So I would recommend those boom arms and cause I have a microphone called the Rode Pod mic. And they made those microphones to rival these microphones, and they sell them for like $100. The selling point for that microphone was that okay, you can get 4 Rode Pod mics for your podcast for the price of one of these, and then
Okay.
it sounds similar. The problem with that is that Rode Pod mic is a little bit over 2 pounds.
Mm.
And the problem with that microphone being over 2 pounds is that it will bully. It will bully a boom arm like this. This thing will be like just hanging
Yeah.
down. This thing, it'll do all kinds of stuff. It'll bully the boom arm because it weighs a lot. And then you have to tighten it, keep tightening it and doing things like that. So, you want to get you a sturdy boom arm shit in case you have a heavier microphone and stuff like that that you can that you're
Yeah.
good,
Plus these butterflies, man. I've noticed now that one. That arm is a little newer. I just got that one like a little while ago, but this one I've had for a while, and the butterflies start to go bad on it after a while. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
like
Yep.
it won't tighten like all the way. It's like it's stripped of some old nonsense. And shout out to brother Culver with the $2 super chat. He says Blue
What's
Compass
going on,
and
Gabe?
Road
Mm-hmm.
best in class. And shout out
Mm-hmm.
to brother Gabe A with the $10 super chat. Appreciate those super chats, brothers. And also, hold on, War Master with the Cash App.
Yeah,
Appreciate
War
that,
Master, man. Shout outs to
brother
War
War
Master.
Master.
War Master 7.
Yeah,
And
appreciate that, brother.
those shock mounts are good, but they add weight onto it. Here's another microphone. This is called the King B. And if
Mhm.
you notice, it has
That
this
shit look
huge.
expensive. It looks expensive.
Well, it was. This was about 350, $400 when it first came out, and then it went down to 100. But you
Okay.
can't find them now. But this is heavy. This is heavy. Like this arm that I have right here, like, I can hook it onto it, but it's heavy. I gotta tighten everything onto it. So,
Yeah.
with the shock mount plus the microphone, you know what I'm saying? It adds weight. And then the thing is with the boom arm, see what you can do with a boom arm, what you can't do with like a microphone that's on the stand, such as like a Yeti. If you want to, you can move it out the way. If you're like, okay, hold on, let me go get something, you can move it out the way, and then it's suspended, and then the microphone can you can put it everywhere. Like you can push it, you can pull it, you can turn it, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. It's more flexible than having these on a stand and then having to make sure your table's at the right height and you're not
Yeah.
hunching over it or you're not doing anything extra, to record what you need to record. Like imagine speaking into a microphone on a table that you have to hunch over for like 2
Yeah.
hours. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's always good to get a boom arm. Make sure it's clamped down, on your desk correctly, and there you go. You know.
Yeah. That's what I have. I mean, but
I
I
didn't
bought.
trust these at first though. I never. It took me a while to trust the boom arm. Like putting an expensive mic on a
Yeah.
boom arm. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I changed desk, because my other desk, was messed up. So I bought another desk. I bought a bigger desk, but I bought a desk that didn't, because the desk I had before actually had like levels on it, and I
Mm,
could hook these boom arms up, and I could literally make these boom arms come from the top. You would see
yeah.
them come from the top of the screen as opposed to from the bottom.
Right.
But
Right.
now I don't have that. So I
Right.
have to hook them, I have to clamp them to the top of the desk.
Right.
So that does make a difference because they're kind of in the way, because you got them clamped, they're clamped to the desk as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to being over here, out of
Mm-hmm.
the way.
Mm-hmm.
When you move them, they're actually on the desk and you have to be cognizant of them because when you do something like this, because these damn arms, they
Are
conduct
attached to the
noise.
desk. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
they conduct noise. So you
Yep.
get that. And I'm a type of person where I get into my rants. I'll be like,
Right.
and you hear all of that. You hear that, but see, you didn't hear that when they was clamped to the things on the top. You know what I'm saying? You didn't hear that. So there is
and
that.
That's what the shock mount is for too. Some microphones like this one has it built into it. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like on the yoke. It like I'm tapping on my desk right now. You probably might not hear it.
Yeah, you can barely hear it though.
Yeah, you can barely hear it, but you can see the whole table.
Do you got your stuff hooked up here, or is it down on the platform of the
actually,
desk?
Mine is actually here on the side. This boom arm is coming from the side. This one is actually behind my computer, but it comes over it, so it kind of comes down, and then this one kind of comes like from the ceiling. So, it's a lot of stuff. Shout outs to Aztec, man. Thank you, bro.
Shout out to brother Aztec too, because he just sent me a Cash App too, man.
Yeah.
Y'all got that money up in here. Y'all got that money.
Yeah. So for the brothers, another thing you can do also, because a lot of times people, when they do their podcasts, they use their hands, and see with the boom arm, you know what I'm saying? You can use your hands, you can express yourself. You just know not to, kind of, move your hands in this area. So if you want to, do that, or you can actually move it, a little bit further away and be able to talk and play with your volume that way. Or what you can do is you can get what's called a shotgun mic. Now you got different types of microphones. You have lavalier mics that hook right here. You have what's called a shotgun mic. Shotgun mics are usually not on screen. Sometimes they're right here at the bottom, but they're just like right off screen. Sometimes they're right here at the top, but they're like right off screen. And you're in the site. You're in the vicinity of where where it picks up, where it can pick up your voice and stuff like that. So some people, they would like to talk straight to the camera, and they would like to express themselves and things like that without having to hit a mic or having a mic directly in front of them and things like that. So there's different ways to do the same thing. You just got to figure out which way works best for you, or which way works in that situation. So the reason why and I don't want to make everything that I do about microphones. I mean, just the space, what it does, they tease me about mics. I do have a lot of mics. What I have is what War Master, me, and a whole bunch of other people been talking about. Is called gear acquisition syndrome. It's called GAS. So I have a, but it's kind of hard, because when you run your own studio and you have your own podcast and stuff like that, you are the coach, you are the quarterback, you are the franchise and stuff like that. You want to make your purchases with confidence. After a while, I wouldn't say you shouldn't, but you got to stop looking at your equipment as an investment. If you do look at it as an investment, look at it as something that you're going to definitely use to get more money. The equipment itself necessarily shouldn't be the thing to bring you the money back. Your use, how and what you're going to do with that equipment needs to be the thing that you got to be looking at, that will bring you your money back, not the actual equipment itself. I tell people, just like, if you're gonna use it and you're gonna grind and do whatever, part with the paper. Part with the paper, bro. You want something better. Like, people will sit up there and be like, man, I'm not gonna buy that, and then buy a whole bunch of food or something that you know what I'm saying, that's not gonna really have a return. You're paying for a quality. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get a whole bunch of, cheaper microphones, and then they start going out on you, and you're like, damn, all the money I spent on this, I could have just got that one and done. Just get it out the way. You know what I'm saying? And put in your work, and you're golden. You know what I'm saying? Like after you, people be like, people that never made content in their life always hit me with this stupid line. It's not the microphone, it's the content. It's not the microphone, it's the content. These people never bought a microphone. These people they don't even create content. They take in content to a degree. You have to listen to your audience because that's your boss. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like you start a YouTube channel, right? And you don't have a boss. You your boss. You know what I'm saying? So you need to treat yourself better and invest in what you got so that people can listen. Like, with all due respect, like, people taking half these people don't have the equipment to hear anything professional. But when you get big or you get in the room with people that deal with radio and equipment and stuff like that, you want to be able to talk to these people. You want to be able to be like, yo, how do you run your microphones? What's the best setup? Or you want to be able to you want to be able to powwow, kick it with these people, talk to these people and stuff like that, man. After a while, content goes out the window. It's like, okay, well, what are you working with? You know, I'm running this, doing this, I'm doing this, doing that. You don't want to be lost.
Yeah.
You want to be able to learn. You want to be able to, you know what I'm saying? And in today's age, less is more, because there's a smaller version of this microphone that I did a review on also called the Shure MV7, which is a dynamic microphone and it's plug and play. But guess what? Also at the back of it, it has XLR pins. So it's one of those microphones where you can do a whole bunch with it. You take it with you. You know, when you go out to, you know, if you're gonna be getting money, you're gonna be traveling and stuff like that. So you do wanna you know, pack light. You do wanna have, you know, something very small that you can just fit in your pockets. You know, stuff like this. Like I said, this is your whole podcast right here. If you want to put your podcast,
what's the name of that again? What's the Hold on.
I said it's the Rode. This is the Zoom PodTrack P4. Another thing, I want to tell y'all about this because I got a show coming out with this unit. And shout outs to Ism. There's a lot of people that's here in the space that has bought one, and they'll tell you like this is a good machine. It's about $200. You know what I'm saying? You can go to Best Buy and get them, or you can order it online. It comes with like a kit where sometimes they'll send you a microphone and some other stuff.
And you can rock out with that. I mean, if you got that, you straight.
Hell yeah! Because all right, so check this out, X. This runs off of batteries, right? But guess what? You can plug it in, and then what happens is, let's say when you get to your computer, right? You can transfer all your files from your computer from this. This will mix it down. You can run your music through it. Your music will sound good. Actually, I did a couple of my shows on this. I did a show where I was just in bed. I had this beside me. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna just use this. You know, if you get good at using this is how crazy the industry is right now. If you get good at using this, you can literally plug this into your computer and run your computer sound off of this and use this as an interface.
Okay.
So this turns into an interface. Same thing. Like people, I know what I'm talking about when I'm telling people stuff. This is the same thing. Like I got all of them. You know what I'm saying? So I know the different uses for all of these items right here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, same thing with these. You can plug them into your computer and you can run them as an interface, you know? But these all have different uses. I tell people they either can get this one. This one is good also. This is the H6. This one is very good. This P4 is the latest one, and then this one's the H8. But all of these have different uses. All three of these, they do similar things. They can all do similar things, but they all have different uses, you know? And then some of these, you know, people will say, well, what's that at the top? These are you know, mics to capture, you know, you can do your voice with it, or these are capsules. You know, you can switch them. You could even put a shotgun mic on top of these. These are for your whole, damn near your whole podcast. If you're doing music and stuff and you want to capture like your guitar, your beat, anything that you make, you can use these. And then also, if you have a camera, these have, you know, brackets on the bottom where you can mount these on top of the camera. So what happens is all of the audio going into this, you can bypass the audio on your camera, and whatever you hear in this will be the audio that your camera is picking up, instead of the microphone on your camera.
And as you're recording on your camera will pick up the audio that comes through whatever's coming through that as you're recording, right?
It'll pick it up from this, yeah, because you bypass the audio on your camera for this. But see, this can't do that. See, this is for podcasting. These right here, they're for podcasting also, but these are also for like, picking up ambient noise. If you want to have like if you want to go to a metro station or something, and you just want to turn this on, and you just want to pick up the sounds of like the trains coming and stuff like that. So you have something called ASMR, where like your brain recognizes these sounds that happen on throughout the day. Like trains or public commute, or rain hitting a window pane, or kids playing in the
Birds, a
parks. Yeah,
street
birds and
sweeper.
stuff. Yeah, man, you go look at those videos. Them shits are like in the millions.
Yeah,
Millions of people, they listen to the shit before they go to sleep. These are the
yeah.
sounds that they listen to before they go to sleep, or while they go to sleep and stuff. These are sounds that will calm people down. You know what I'm saying? These are sounds that will calm people down, or these are sounds that will, a coffee shop. You hear the
Yeah.
spoons clacking on the thing, or
Rain,
people talk. Yeah, people talking
that
in the background.
rain,
Yeah,
water.
rain. Yeah, and all kinds of stuff. So there's a lot of different applications for sound, and when I really jumped into what I'm doing right now, it was just a big world that has always been there. And the funny thing is that I've been around it for a long time, but I just never really looked at it. And it's just like, you'll be surprised what you can learn from what you believe that you already know. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of
True.
brothers in this space that they don't know what they like. A lot of people are listening to people that they don't even know what they're doing.
Mm.
You know, you got to realize that you're a podcaster. You got to this is it comes from being a hobby to like your job. Like, okay, it's my job to know about this thing. It's my duty to kind of do my little research. This honestly, like in the space that I'm in, to tell you the truth, X, this aside from empowering brothers and teaching brothers how to really, opening up a whole new world to brothers, or for them to like maybe even do something totally different than what they thought they were going to start doing, because now they start learning about things. They want to be an engineer or something like that. Um, like it opens up a whole new world. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get advice from somebody, you want to get advice from somebody that's actually doing it, because they know more about it than somebody that's just they just like, well, I just turn it on and just talk.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I'm
true.
saying? This is not a conversation that we should be having in front of the audience for the reasons, for those reasons. If we have it in front of the audience, it should be a conversation more to teach people, to say, hey, you know what? I thought about doing this, but now that you said something, this kind of reaffirmed why I would do it. So yeah, I'm gonna move forward with doing it. We're all adults. Like we got bills and shit to pay. We got other stuff going on, and it's like you kind of fence it about a lot of different things, because you might not have the luxury to do certain things. But instead of going through trial and error like I did, I would like to give people advice to do it right, or at least do it in a good way, or have a great start, because I don't want to hinder people away from something that they should be doing. People talk about karma, but you have something else called dharma. Okay, so karma is like, what comes back to you. Dharma is your life path, what you should be
Hmm.
doing. You know what I'm saying? So some people, they should be doing certain things. It's just that they haven't taken the time out of their day, or their life, to really sit back and really think about what they want to do. You'll get sidetracked by a job. You'll get sidetracked by people in your life that want things from you and things like that, man. Just chase whatever you want. But like it's always good to learn about certain things and take it to the next level. And that's all I really wanted to really impart on the brothers here in the space. That's why I give them the information in a lot of cases for free. To you know get into a whole new world. Like right now, I'm getting into beat making. I got to learn a whole bunch of stuff all over again, but it's actually going to be a little bit more fun, because it's interesting now to get into beat making. Those recorders that I just showed y'all, like when I use something like something that's DAWless, something like this, I can plug this into that recorder, and one of the beats that I made, I can just record the beat, and then stop it. It'll mix it, and then I can just put it out, empty whatever off of this, and then make another beat. You know, so I'm learning a whole bunch of different stuff. I bought a whole bunch of beat making interfaces and equipment and stuff that I have, that I'm learning, just how to do other things, So I plan on making some beats for the space, and
Yeah,
just adding, just being an asset.
I gotta hit you up. Shout out to brother Black Jerusalem for the $2 super chat. I appreciate
Shout
that,
out.
brother. He says shout out X CUDA, the high value tech mic champ. Also, shout out to brother Nick Taylor. I did get your message and I did get your Streamlabs donation as well, my brother. I appreciate that. Hold on. I also think I heard some. Shout out to my man, Keep It Techie for the
Shout out to
cash
Keep It
app.
Techie.
Appreciate that, my brother. That's my dude right there, man. That's my
Sure.
dude. Appreciate that cash app, brother KIT, the official timekeeper of the T.P.O.T debates. So when you're not on here, when you're not, on YouTube or doing your podcast or making your beats or whatever, you say you go out and you listen to the trains and the rain and all that kind of
Oh no,
stuff.
I don't do that, but I'm saying that can
You
be a
could
part
do
of
it.
it. Yeah.
You could do it. So you spoke about the ASMR, right? Now, I guess because like you said, the human mind likes that kind of stuff. Do you think that the whole ASMR thing, do you think that's valuable for brothers? Because I know what you're talking about. I see a couple of those things, because I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. Do you think that's viable for brothers, to just have, some sound playing? Like I used to listen to this thing where, it was like light thunder, and a little bit of rain in the background. And, it just would play, for like forever. Do you think that that's valuable for brothers to have sounds of birds and trains?
Yeah, it humbles you. Well, there's two different types. So you got ASMR where you have people that whisper and stuff like that, and even then, like I said, you have to have equipment. People use these mics for that. So these are stereo mics, right? These two right here at the top. If you look right there, these are stereo mics. They're two different mics. And you can also change, the sound and everything on them for them to be a little bit more sensitive. These are stereo mics. Sound, it's what you're picking up is called ambient noise. But if you're doing ASMR, you definitely can, use these microphones in a different way. Because the thing is that sound is like you got sound literally all around you. So if I want to feel like, if I want to do some ASMR and I want you to feel as if I'm in the room with you, I can whisper into one ear and it will come over into just this ear. And then you can literally hear the sound, feel like it's going right behind you and coming over to this ear. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that, when you have those sounds, that's not just like ASMR. What they call it is called picking up ambient noise, like ambient noise. So I was looking at this video the other day. It got 1.9 million views. What this dude did, and it was just 10 hours straight. He had a picture of an air conditioner, and all you do is you hear the video start. He walks over to it and cuts it on. And it's just the air conditioner. Wow. And I'm like, what? Like, people listen, but
1.9 million views of the air conditioner noise.
But it makes sense. The air conditioner, when you're sleeping, that's how you sleep. Some people, they can't sleep without the TV on. The TV on in the background, that's ambient noise in the room. Yeah. Sometimes you're not listening to it. You're just on in the background. What we have is called RAS. I forgot what it's called. When I used to talk a little bit about pickup, I would talk about RAS. It's called reticular something system, right? Basically, like when I talk about pickup, like if I'm in a supermarket and I'm let's say if I approach a woman, right? What it is that how your brain is, which and how you hear is really interesting. They can hear the music that's playing in the store, but at the same time they can hear your conversation. So it's like that's in the background, but your conversation, but they're listening to what you're saying to them. It's the same thing with like ambient noise. It's just there to be there. Some people just have to have something, there in the background. So the question was, can brothers benefit from it? Of course, Black people need therapy more than reticular activation system. I was gonna say that, but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know if I was gonna get it right. And then sometimes people say reticular auditory something sensory and stuff. So it kind of varies, right? What it is that like Black people, we need therapy. So niggas wonder why they gravitate to music so much. What's going on, Platt? People wonder why they gravitate to music so much. Is because we want to attach ourselves to something. We like sound. We respond more with sound and stuff like that. So if you can use that for for it to calm you down and stuff like that, of course that is good for you. Same thing with hypnosis. A lot of people don't understand hypnosis works. A lot of people don't. They haven't tinkered around with their subconscious mind and stuff like that. Or understand their conscious mind, how their subconscious dictates their conscious mind. So if you play birds chirping and stuff like that, you're a little bit more cultured. You're a little bit more in touch with with the outside world and stuff like that, without just getting wrapped up into all the jazz. For lack of a better word. So
shout out to Brother Platinum in the house with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that, Brother Platinum. He says, white noise. Just buy a fan.
Yep.
Just buy a fan. And good look on that Cash App, Brother Deshaun. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate it. Y'all showing out tonight, man. Y'all are showing out up in here tonight. Showing out with that money. Well, I always thought that if you have a certain amount of quality, well, I'm more into trying to get my stuff more quality now because I've been getting more requests for people to do voiceovers. I've gotten quite a bit of requests, to do voiceovers for people. Yeah, and I've done a few, for brothers in the space. I've done quite a few. But I've done them for a long time. I mean, where I am, where I live down in North Carolina, I mean, you'll hear my voice on a lot of people's
you got the voice for
commercials. You'll hear my voice on a lot of people's stuff. I have people have my voice on their answering machines at their businesses here in North Carolina. Yeah, I mean, I've done voiceover work for quite some time.
That's amazing.
But I want to do it. I want to do it better. So, I want to get some more mics and, some more equipment because, I get scripts. People say, oh, we want you to read this X, blah, blah, blah. So, I need to kind of pick it up because I think I'm going to go ahead and get back into it.
Yeah. I do it for ACX and other companies. They pay you a lot of money for voiceover.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. It's a lot of money for a little bit of work, folks. Yeah, it's a lot of money for a little bit of work. And so I'm going to get back into it because I used to do it heavily. You go back 6 or 7 years. My voice used to be on websites for beauty salons, down here and everything else. And like I said, I'm getting more and more requests from brothers.
If you get that SM7B, you're golden. You get this exact same mic right here, you're golden. This is the thing that people don't understand. Once you hear your voice in certain microphones, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, you can hear the money. You gotta sound like money to make money.
Yeah.
All right. So that's why I don't listen to people that's like, man, it's not this, it's not that, it's not. It's like
very true. Very true.
It's like, shut up. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was And by the way, I had got a few texts from I guess from some of the people that I know that are watching that happen to be females,
Hmm.
and they're like, "Who's that guy that you have on
Yeah.
there? He's
Well,
hot."
well, that's the thing. You know, women are very audio
Oh shit!
sensitive. That's another thing. That's another thing. Like especially the brothers, we don't understand that women are very audio sensitive. It just recently, since like the internet and visuals and stuff, that they
Hmm.
really start. This is why it's confusing a lot of brothers now, that they really start focusing on visuals. Like, cause like back in the day where all you had was a phone, and you
Yeah,
and you and you speak into that phone, and all that
yeah.
woman really had to go off was your voice. They'd get off
Oh
on your
yeah.
voice and
Oh
stuff
yeah.
like that. So a lot of, you got to be easier on the ears. Like women are they still got that trait within them. It's just now you got other things that come into play. The visuals and stuff like that. You'll even hear women say, if you listen to them, you'll even hear them say, "Okay, he looks cool, but I wonder how he sounds."
Yeah.
They wanted
Yeah.
they like voices, man.
Yeah.
And
They
that's
do.
and that's yeah.
They
Men were more
they
visual.
do.
Yeah, man, we're more visual because like we don't have to engage somebody, but we can see them. But women, they really go off of they do go off of voice. Like, when you in her ear and all this other shit, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
get that
Yeah.
present that you get that presence
Oh
effect. That's what I'm trying to tell you. How they build microphones is like the human ear. Like,
yeah.
people don't realize
Yeah.
that. I sound different back here, but when I get up here, it's a totally different sound. So,
Got it. Got it.
you know.
Yeah, because I used to actually what I used to do, and I have I have like I have a CD. And what I
Hmm.
used to do, because I what a lot of people don't know about me is I actually have a Patreon page.
Okay.
And but the Patreon page has nothing to do with any of this. I had a few requests, uh, even my own wife, signed off on it, where I used to I used to write these poems,
Hmm.
like these sexually explicit poems,
Hmm.
and I would put them on CDs, and chicks would buy them. So
Yeah.
I had a few. I don't have any up there now. I haven't done anything on the Patreon page in like forever. It's like it don't even exist
I'm a
anymore.
I'm
But
gonna tell
but
you
I had
exactly
started
what
it.
you
I
do.
had started it,
Do you still
you
have them
know.
written down? Do you have some of them committed to memory?
Yeah, a few of
What
them.
you what,
A few
what
of
you
them.
do is you listen to it, right? When you get like the SM7B, and you kind of, or if you EQ it, or you could just do it with how the microphone regularly sounds.
Hmm.
You redo the poem with the
But
with the with the new
with the
mic.
good mic, with the good
Uh-huh.
mic.
Slap a picture onto it and then upload it.
Mm,
And then
okay.
and yeah, you're gonna be like, especially when you hear yourself, you're gonna be like, yeah, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I got the EQ on this microphone, right? When I take the EQ off, this is how the microphone sounds without no processing. The microphone sounds just like this,
Hmm.
and it's still a bass heavy mic. So you can actually really hear the difference between EQ and non EQ. Is it
Okay.
really you hear the difference now, right?
Yes,
See how
yes.
there's like no big bottom, no oral exciter, all that other stuff, compression and stuff like that. Really different type of microphone, and it picks up everything. So with your voice and a more darker toned microphone, it will capture everything. When you add
Okay.
when you add the EQ onto it, totally different.
Okay. So does the
Mm.
EQ add something called dither? Is what's dither? What is dither?
I don't know too much about dither. There's different ways to EQ a mic. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Sometimes you got heavy compression, sometimes you got light compression, sometimes you have a heavy noise gate, sometimes you have a light noise gate. Uh, you got high pass filters. Even back here, you got low cut filters, presence boost, and all kinds of stuff. Like I said, you got to know your voice, and you got to know what sounds good on your voice, and then you gotta play to your strength. Okay, I got more of a mid to lower end voice. I want to capture that because I
Okay.
believe that, you know, that's what you know, that's what that's what gets it done. That's what people like, and then you know, you play to your advantage and you capture that. That's what you buy the mic for. When you listen, when you spend a certain amount of money on microphones, like or on a particular mic, you literally get what you pay for, and it's actually more than enough. $500 for a mic is actually cheap. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's not too much.
That's actually on the
That's,
low end side because I got a $700 one here that I bought, which is a cardioid mic, and like I can EQ that thing dips below human hearing. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? It dips below human hearing, so I can literally, instead of having a sound treated room, I can quiet down the room and get high quality. Like it's beating out a lot of the German mics. It's beating out a lot of the Neumanns. You know what I'm saying? Neumann microphones.
okay.
It's $1,300 microphone that $700 mic is beating out because it has a little touch screen and it has built-in, you know, it has built-in effects into it, you know. So when I hear people like, man, this, you know, mic this or mic that, and all, I'm like, what do you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know. So like,
Yeah.
you know, shout outs to Ism in the building. He said, I know DJ CUDA's equipment tip has helped my show. Definitely. Yeah. I mean, most
Oh
definitely.
yeah.
I mean, it's really your sound chain and how you want to use it, you know,
Yeah.
and what you have use for, you know. Something like this could be the solution, and it's only $200. Like I've had shows even with War Master 7. We've had shows where we're showing people how to do things for low, you know what I'm saying? But it's just y'all got to give us a break, bro. It's hard to teach niggas.
Gah.
It's hard. Niggas are the most hardest, stubbornest, fake self-sufficient, want to be independent. It's hard to teach niggas. So I really enjoy and I really appreciate, you know, when a brother actually listens or consults me for advice or is super interested in learning something
Oh
because,
yeah.
you know, because with me, you know,
Well,
I'm just happy to
you
be
know,
of service.
Negroes are a tough crowd. Negroes are
Yeah,
a very tough crowd. They're a
yeah,
tough sell. A lot of them are really fickle, and
yeah.
most of us think we know everything about every damn thing. So
This is
you
true.
know,
This is true.
if we happen to run into somebody who knows a little more than us, you know, we can't stomach that too well. We're like, wait a
Right,
minute, man,
right,
I don't know
right,
more than me.
right,
You know,
right,
so
right.
there is that. And brother Nick Taylor said, I want to hear X do a barbecue rib joint. Yeah, I'll do
Bro,
it, man.
that's what
I'll
I'm trying
do
to
it.
tell you. You look, see X, you have an advertising voice also, and it's good that you're doing, you know, your work on YouTube because you're an influencer. You know, a lot of people don't realize that you're an influencer. You know, I could say something right now, and somebody will go out and go spend some money on
Yeah,
something that they normally wouldn't have
yeah,
bought, and that's what companies and advertisements, that's what they do. You know, they're an influencer. They're like, oh, that's X from T.P.O.T. Damn. You know what I'm saying? That barbecue sauce, he put that shit on everything. You know what I'm saying? That he did the commercial.
yeah.
He approves it. I'm going to go get that damn barbecue sauce. He hasn't stared me right anyway. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't stared me wrong anyway. So what I'm saying is that brothers like yourself, there's another guy here called Judge Zilla.
Yeah,
Y'all have the voices for
yeah,
certain things, and then
yeah, man.
it's not even if you have the voice for it. Also, sometimes it's the equipment that you use because
Yes.
your microphone will give you a certain type of coloration, and your voice going through it will yield something completely different. You know, there's a mid to deep end mic that I can recommend to you. Be like, damn, I sound good. And then if you do enough searching, you'll find a top end mic where you're like, damn, I sound good with this too. It's a different sound, but I sound good with both. So
Okay.
some nights I'm like, okay, you know what? For the type of show that I want to do tonight, you know, to have a little bit more conviction or draw my point home a little bit more, I'm gonna use the RE20 tonight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna use this one tonight. You know, certain microphones sound better over beats. You know, these are radio broadcasting mics. So people have been listening and hearing people use these microphones for years. So who am I to stop perfection? I go get one, I EQ it, or just run it regular, and run a radio show, and that's what it's designed for. These things are built like niggas in lab coats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
they they come up with a whole bunch of different things, and like brothers like Ism, Ism is a sponge. He soaks up information just
Oh
no
yeah.
matter what it is. If he has a slight interest in it, he's gonna soak up that information. And even when he comes back to me, he's like, man, I'm looking at this, I'm seeing that. I like kicking it with him because I'm like, bro, when I saw it, I felt the same exact way.
Shout
I
out to
felt the
brother.
same
Shout out
exact,
to
yeah,
brother Izza, man. Shout
yeah.
out to brother Izza, man. That's
Like,
my dude. That's my dude right there.
yeah, man.
That's
Yeah,
my
man.
dude.
He's about to be super successful.
Oh,
And
absolutely,
and I'm
absolutely.
I'm just I'm just glad that I'm able to like I can give you the tools or tell you what to get, but it's up to him to go out and go get the tools. It's up to
Yeah.
him to be consistent. He can go buy anything I say and that should be sitting there collecting dust. But he doesn't let that happen. He uses it. People use it and they become successful. And I love seeing something like that cuz it's like, damn, yo, I feel somebody listened,
Mm-hmm.
somebody listened and they listened and they reap the benefits of rewarding themselves with the fact that they listen. And
Well,
it's the
it's
same
gotta
thing for
feel good. It's gotta feel good to tell somebody something. You look up and you see them doing it.
yeah,
Damn,
yeah,
that's
yeah. It's
all right,
amazing.
man.
It's not. It's like it's kind of like euphoria. It's like wow. And then also too, watching them use their equipment in a way that you may not have thought about using it, or watching them adapt to the learning curve of their equipment will make you sit back and be like, wow, I didn't know they could use it for that, or I didn't know it was used for that, or not even it was used for that. I didn't think about using it in that manner and fashion. I'm glad that this person is developing their own style with something that they sat in their studio for a little bit and played around with, and and
Bam. There it
got
is.
benefited from it. Same thing
Yeah.
with the beat making stuff. There's a lot of people that got the same synths and the same items and stuff that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like I picked up this, but I might not use it the same way somebody else would use it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I might not use it the exact same way somebody else would use it. I might can be able to get a whole different sound out of it and stuff like that, and maybe influence a whole nother genre. Like right now, Ism has the ability to teach. Ism has the
Yeah.
ability right now to say, yo, brother, he now if Ism wants to, he's like, yo, a little birdie told me this, and I'm just gonna pass it on to you because I looked at you, I observed your situation, I seen what you like, and I believe that you can do this. Probably got a lot of little homies around him. He could pass that on to them and then see the shit all over again. Damn, it's great to see you using the equipment and stuff like that. And I think
Oh
that's
yeah.
what black people should do a little bit more, man. We should kind of no cut cards, no yelling, no screaming and stuff like that. We should be able to talk to other black men and be able to recommend certain things to them, and then they're like, hey, I tried it, and thanks, man, this is crazy. And it's like, yeah, man, and we could sit there and talk and have a moment and like, yo, so what are you planning on creating with this new, this newfound love for what you got? He's like, I don't know,
Oh yeah.
man, or
I
I
agree.
thought about doing this, and stuff like that. Like y'all don't have to get on here and podcast. Like I show people where they can go and they can read books. They literally it's like giving someone a job. Like you don't even have to get up and go to work. You go get a little bit of equipment and have a closet or something to go record in. You can literally stay in your house all day and
Mhm.
read books and get paid for it. And
Yep.
the thing is this: in a pandemic like this, where people are losing their jobs, their house, their family, and all kinds of stuff, that's one of the best gifts you can give somebody.
Oh yeah. I'm entertaining an audiobook deal right now. Um I think we're going to go into the final talks, I believe, Wednesday.
Okay.
So y'all might hear my voice on some audio books, coming. That's why, I'm glad, there's a
Yeah,
little hidden
if you
agenda.
need,
There's a
if you
little
need,
hidden agenda here,
if you
but
need help,
I
if you
wanted you
need
to
help, let
come
me
through.
know. Yeah, if you
Yeah,
need help, let me
yeah,
know because I produced a couple of audio books and that was one of the
okay.
most, and I'm thinking about writing my own and producing the
And
audio
it's
book.
and it's some of this in it. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
little bit
yeah,
of this in it.
yeah.
So I
So
had to.
what you guys don't know with the audio books, you get paid per finished hour.
Yep,
In a lot of cases, PFH, you get paid
yep.
per finished hour. Also, or you can do a royalty share thing where like every sale of the book, you get a little bit of proceeds. Or some deals got per finished hour and royalty share. You never know.
Mhm.
So, it's a good company to get in. White people got it cornered, but
Yeah,
black people, if we actually put our heads together and really kind of step up our thought process, you don't have to go to the NBA to be successful all the time, brother. You could just,
that's
you know what I'm,
true.
you know what I'm
That's
saying. So
true.
what I'm saying is that if we were to jump into that market, we could create a lane, for
Yeah,
ourselves. There's a lot
yeah,
of
but
urban
to
fiction books
do
and stuff.
it, there's a caveat, brothers. To
Yeah.
do it, you have to be willing to read. Now I
Yes.
know that's a lot to ask, from
For
brothers
niggas.
sometimes,
Yes.
because
Yes.
you know how they say, what the old saying goes. If
Yeah.
you wanna hide
Hide
something from a
something.
Negro, put
Put
it
it
in
in
a
a book.
book.
Yep.
So, there is
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Shout out brother Clue. He said Lil Big Nate has a good voice too. He sounds like Charles S. Dutton. Yes, I know. I actually tapped him for a few voiceovers on my stuff. As a matter of fact, if you good folks stay to the end, my closeout features Little Big Nate. So
Oh, that's
little
good. Shout outs to
little
Little Big Nate. I heard he's
little,
starting the
little
channel soon.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah.
he Tuesday. And shout out to my brother Ism from the Macosphere, the $10
hmm
super chat. Appreciate that, brother Ism. So you
Also,
ready
too,
to
huh?
go ahead?
No,
Go
I
ahead.
do. I
No,
did
you
want
got
to
it.
show y'all too. I got a $100 mic shootout. You can get dynamic mics that does what this thing does for
Mm-hmm.
a cheaper price. Like this is a handheld microphone, one of my favorites. This is a SE Electronics V7,
Mm-hmm.
really cool microphone, and they come with these. And what this is basically you put it on the
Yeah.
stand, and when you do your podcast,
Which
all
one?
you do, you know what I'm saying?
I
All you
took it
do is
out.
you, yeah,
Yeah, I took it out.
all you do is you point it towards you like this. And same thing, you don't have to speak to it inside, or you can if you want to speak, like this. But
My bad,
you know,
brother Cuda. My wife
no, you're
giving me
good.
some shit up in here.
No, you're good. She helping you out, like she should, like she should. So,
um,
same thing. So you just get you a little, you get you a little mic stand, and what you do is you take your mic stand and you do it this way, right? Take your microphone, put it in here, just like that, But you want to tighten this though, so it won't move. But there you
yeah.
go, and then you can have it just like that.
Yeah, because
You want
these,
to
I
tighten
know
this?
these. Well, this one is. This one is kind of, it's kind of janky, but I know this one you can change it because you can put different types of mic holders on it. They kind of interchange. There's a few knobs and shit you got to twist off, but you can
Mm-hmm.
kind of change it because actually this arm right here was more like this. It's more like this one, with
Mm-hmm.
all the rubbers and all that kind of stuff. But you
Mm-hmm.
could change this and make it so it sits the way this one does. This one
Yeah, you
kind of
can. You can.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're interchangeable. I was watching your stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was watching your stuff. Well, I've been watching your stuff for the last couple of days, and I noticed now that you're doing something, where you're holding the mic, where you're doing that now. Um, is that going to be a new thing for you? Are you kind of like backing away from, are you more comfortable with rocking the mic now as opposed to having them hang, like over you? Because I've been seeing you like holding, the mic now.
Yeah. hold on, let me turn this thing up. Yeah, I do what's called every once in a while I do uh it's called I put out tips for Clubhouse
Okay.
and other different other different social media, websites and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to change it up and kind of have a handheld mic and be able to like talk and kind of just change it up. So it's not like I wanted, like I said, I'm the coach, I'm the quarterback. I want to do the whole shebang. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about a whole bunch of different topics. This space dealing with black people, man, they will just relegate you to certain topics. You know what I'm saying? Where I talk about
Yeah,
everything.
that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
So I same thing I just did with this one. I hooked it up to something right in front of y'all, and I got it running on this little thing right here, which is it's called a loop station.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I just bought it. This is like the latest piece of gear that I'm messing with right now. And I can literally record what I want to into it. So if I say, hey, what's up, X? Welcome to the Prophet of Thought series. So if I say, hey, what's up, X? Welcome to the
Oh
Prophet of
shit,
Thought
I
series.
like that.
So
I
if I
like
say, hey,
that.
what's up, X? Yeah, Welcome to the Prophet of Thought and I series. can overdub it So if again. I say, hey, what's up, yeah, X? Welcome to the Prophet of Thought and series. I can overdub it again. So if I say, hey, what's yeah, up? so you can do a whole bunch
I
of stuff.
like
Yeah.
that. I like that. Now that I like. I like that. I like that. So how much would that set me back? How much would that set me back?
This right here set me back like 3 something, like a little bit over
Okay.
3. But they got a
Okay.
way bigger one. They got a way bigger one, which comes with 5 of them for like they got a way bigger one that comes with 5 of them for like 630, 630
Okay.
or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, like like I said, equipment, you know, get equipment,
Yeah.
get lost in equipment, let me go back to the regular microphone. Get lost in equipment. Have fun. Like, have fun. You know what,
Yeah.
man? You black, man. We here. We're gonna be on this planet for a little bit of time. Like, have fun.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
500. Yeah, it's for 500. War Master just bought one. He was like,
Okay.
shit. He was like, shit. So have fun, man. If y'all want to use a story, use my story. Stop having dudes talk shit about you about some shit that they don't know anyway, and they're benefiting from it. I thought black people liked microphones, man.
Yeah.
I was sadly mistaken, man. I guess certain types, but like I said, get some equipment, have fun, play around with it. I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of looping and live shows with that. So like
Yeah. I like
I
that.
buy things
Like
I buy
that.
things with the audience in mind. So I'm gonna be looping music. I'll mess around and beatbox. I'll do all kinds of stuff.
Ah.
I'm about to go have fun. Like I'm not about to be worried about what people think, man. Like I just got, like I said, I just got relegated to mics, man. I'm all about equipment. I can show you just as much interfaces as I can show you microphones. I can, you know
How
what I'm
many
saying?
mics do you own? How many mics do you
Oh
own?
man, I lost count. I got too many. I
Damn.
lost count.
That
I
that
got an
many.
extensive, yeah. I got an extensive mic locker.
That
But
many.
I got gear acquisition syndrome with microphones because like the interface that I use, I can run almost every mic from it. So I'm like, okay, well I'm gonna just buy microphones and do microphone reviews and stuff like that. There's a lot of white people doing it. Where's black people doing it? And there's actually a couple black people doing it. There's a big market for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're on YouTube. We're YouTubers by default. There's always
Mm.
going to be a market for it. People going to want to learn how to set up. They want to learn how to mic their mics up to drum kits, saxophones, instruments,
Mm.
podcasting, things like that. You know. Always you'll always have a home. You know. So, but if I want to, if they're gonna relegate me to microphones, hey, all right, I'll wear it. I'll wear it across my back. I like microphones.
Yeah,
You
man.
know,
Do
yeah,
what you love and talk
yeah,
about what you do.
yeah.
So you ready to take some questions from the brothers? Because I
Oh
know they
yeah,
gotta have some out there.
yeah. Most
Y'all
definitely,
go
most
ahead,
definitely,
ask your questions of brother Cuda, because he is here. He's willing to entertain some questions. So whatever
most
questions
definitely.
you have about microphones and sound and that goddamn loop station he got, that I think I want one of them. I need to order one of them. I need to order that shit
Yeah, you
tonight.
can do a bunch
Um,
with it. Yeah, yeah. If you get it, I'm gonna give y'all a because I've been looking for it, and the only place that have it is Japan, and places ain't gonna have it until like after April.
damn.
Guitar Center has it. Make
Okay.
sure you head over
Okay.
to see, and it's information like that that's valuable. You know, head over to Guitar Center. Guitar Center has it. It's called the RC Boss 202, but they got a bigger one called
Okay.
the 505, which is like 5 of those things, and you can overdub all of them and just keep looping and looping and looping and stuff. People do live shows with them. They beatbox, they make songs, they say things, they rap, they do all kinds of stuff with it. And it's an interface in and of itself. It got MIDI controllers and stuff like that. Really beautiful piece of equipment. And same thing, with a lot of the other beat stuff that I have here. So, and I got a new beat maker coming this month also, which is like a vintage beat making machine. Because I want to do more lo-fi beats for the
Mm,
Manosphere. I want to have lo-fi beats, nice little beats that we can have in the background, so we don't get copyrighted as a space. Everybody in the
yeah.
space, I'm gonna be putting. I'm shooting for the number 10 or 20. I'm gonna try to make 10 or 20 quality beats from scratch. I'm learning also. I'm gonna make 10 or 20 quality beats from scratch and then add on to it. And this is music that I would say the Manosphere, but anybody honestly, they can use in the backgrounds for their music and I mean for their shows, and won't get copyrighted, and they can keep
Yeah.
all the money and stuff like that. So, I'm
Exactly.
trying to provide a service. I'm definitely providing a service. And I'm willing to put in the work. It's just
So
gonna take me a while. I gotta learn to use my
what do
instruments.
you what do you think about what do you think about those soundboards? Because a lot of dudes have like a lot of sound effects,
Oh
where they
yeah.
have
Oh yeah.
clapping and
Oh yeah. Oh
voices
yeah. Got it
and
right here.
it.
Yep.
So what um what soundboard can you buy that's decent? A decent one where you can have, like the sounds you be doing or voices or the sound of horns, bells, whatever
Yeah,
hell you want to play in the background.
like a roadcaster or something, like I said, like this thing right here. This does that.
Okay.
You know what I'm
How
saying?
many
Like,
how many
yeah.
sounds can you put in it? Is there a
Well, all right, yeah. This one now has 4, but you can
okay.
always swap them out. So, like for example, right now, if I was to turn this thing on, right? I turn it on. It takes a while to turn on. It's gonna say Zoom, nice to see you, blah blah blah, and then it cuts on, right? Um, I will take one of my aux cords, but you'll be running it as an interface. But just for the sake of this, I'm running it into another interface on another channel. I'll take one of my aux cords, plug it into it, right? And then I can play the sound effects, and you'll be able to hear it.
Got
Same thing. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because whatever you're listening, you can, and this fits in your pocket.
Yeah.
This is your whole podcast right here.
Turns it into triggers. In radio, we call them triggers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have
Triggers.
all
Yep.
like these different sounds that you can
Yep.
hit. The only difference is, you got to have all the shit hooked up yourself. Like I said, when I was in radio, I didn't have to think about none of that shit.
Right.
I have like a screen in front of me and it just be a whole list of sounds and I could just, hit the button and it'll just, play the sound. I didn't have to think about the audio and all that shit. So, but like I said, I've been getting more and more offers. And like I said, I'm entertaining a uh, audiobook offer now. So,
Right.
I know I got to step my equipment up. I got to get more stuff. I gotta dig out that
Yeah.
big
Just let
ass
me know.
mix board out the
Yeah.
shed and all that kind of nonsense. So,
Just let
you
me
know,
know. Like the here it is right here. All you gotta do is just let me know, and
okay,
it's not that much. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like it can run damn near anything that you throw at it is not that much. You can literally do your whole audiobook on here, and then upload all your files onto the SD card. You can listen to it, the playback and everything. You see? It's not that
Yeah.
hard. Like I tell people how to do it. I teach people how to do it all the time, and I've done it so many times in this space that I'm kind of getting a little tired. But I'm never tired to help. I'm just here to help. So it's
So
like
why did you decide to start using the handheld? Like I see a lot of your stuff with the handheld. A lot of your stuff has in it.
yeah.
What made you start using that?
Well, with the handheld, I want to be able to stand up. Want to be able to even go out in the field and interview people and stuff like that. I want to
Okay.
be able to talk. Just kind of just you can stand up, walk around. You can do a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
With it. Also, like even same thing, like standing up, walking around and stuff. I got lavalier mics. Like little microphones that you can hook onto your shirt and stuff, and you can put this on a stick and just literally talk into it. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do. It's just
Got
like
a
I say,
got a question for you here. Uh Good look on that Cash App, brother War Master. For another Cash App, I should say. Brother War Master got that money. He says he said, for what is good XLR cable on the Cash App? Appreciate that, brother.
let's see, a good XLR cable that you can use is Mogami.
Mm,
Mogami
okay.
has the best XLR cables that you can use.
So is that an issue? Because I know you got a ton of shit in front of you. I know you do. Is that an
Uh,
issue? Is there wires running all over the place? Do you have to put zip ties on wires and run them under the desk and all
I
kind of shit?
mean, you could. I got them all in the back, like they kind of go back. Cause sometimes some wires you can get short XLR cable wires, or you can get bigger ones, longer ones. If you gotta run a mic all the way around the table and stuff like that. But the thing with the XLR mics though, the cables is that you can get static. So sometimes your microphone will be picking up static because that cable's on top of another cable that's producing static and stuff too. So sometimes it's good to get like the breaded cables or a more thicker cable or just a cable that it blocks out, you know, it blocks out all of
Okay.
that. Yeah.
All right. I hope that answered your question, brother
But
War Master.
Mogami cables are really 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 good. Yeah, Mogami cables are really good.
Wow. Y'all don't have any questions for Brother CUDA. I guess he done answered them all, while he
Yeah.
was talking. So I guess y'all don't have Brother Black Jerusalem.
Shout outs to Cut to the Chase. He said World Star Hip
Yeah.
Hop posted my video on their website. Things can happen when you step up your mic game. These are facts.
Absolutely.
Also, Cut to the Chase. One of the first people really to really go out there and go get some equipment. Very
Yeah.
bright young brother right there.
Oh,
Very bright
absolutely.
young brother
Brother
right there.
Cut, man, I need to get you up here, man. I'll fill your damn
Yep.
email up with
Yep.
75,000 emails to you. Come
Yep.
on up here one day. Well, he did come up one night. We was chopping up for a
Mhm.
little while, but I want to get him in here for an interview and pick his brain a little bit. I like that young fella, man. He's very bright young fella, and I like what he does too.
Yep. Oh,
Um,
Nicer
Go ahead.
asked, what's a good mic in the $100 percentage range? Great question. That's also, I'm gonna be doing a show on it, so you'll get to see it there. But I can answer that for you right here. You have the Shure SM58, which is kind of similar to this one, but it's more of a handheld. People actually tweak it to make it sound very similar to this one, if not the same. Um, it's a handheld mic, and like I showed you, you can also put it onto an arm and stuff like that. So you don't necessarily have to have no big $400 $500 microphone to podcast. That SEV7, that black and red mic that I showed you, it was about $120 with tax. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Because I got $100 mic shootout coming up soon, and then I have I was just moving stuff around, but I have $100 mic shootout coming up soon, and I have a $30 mic here. So I'm gonna run all of those microphones. You guys get to hear the difference in the sound and the sound profile and stuff like that. And it's $100. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth. What's going on, AJ? Honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you black, and I'm just saying, just being a nigga. If you black, you do not want niggas messing around. If you got these just laying around, like these black RE20s and stuff, you do not want dudes like niggas just messing around with playing with your boom arm and stuff. It's like, yo, bro, what you doing? You touching? Hold on. Niggas spilling juice all over your mics.
Oh,
niggas
yeah.
Like, niggas like walking around with juice for some reason and shit. Niggas spilling juice all over your Kool-Aid and shit. Like you don't want just people just to damage your equipment. Like, that's a business write-off. I mean it could be.
It's true.
It could be a business write-off, but you just get you a whole bunch of little $100 throwaway mics. And them SM58s and stuff, man, they be dropping them. People do the mic drop and be throwing them and all kinds of shit.
Literally, they literally do the mic drop.
Them, yeah. They drop them, and them things are like tanks. Like they work. So you know what I'm saying. So when you're doing like a podcast or something, you do want to have a couple of little $100 mics laying around. Yeah, Aztec, protect your tech. You know what I'm saying? You do want to have like little mics and stuff laying around that you can kind of that you really won't feel bad if niggas spill juice on it or drop it off a building or some other shit.
I agree.
Shout outs to Black Caesar. He said what would you recommend as a broadcasting starter kit that is a must have? Well, it depends on your budget, but like I said, what I'm recommending now is that Zoom P4, that PodTrack P4. You get you one of those PodTrack P4, which is like $200. Go get you a little XLR cable, which is probably $10 to $15, and go get you $100 mics. And for about $330, boom. You know what I'm saying? 300, maybe 340, maybe 375, all together with taxes and everything. You have a dynamic broadcasting starter kit right there, because those microphones, those handheld mics, those are dynamic mics also. So like I said, they sound reject and stuff like that, because remember, when people are performing on stage, you got a whole crowd right here in front of you, and you probably got a whole bunch of music behind you, and you hold the microphone like right in front of you, and literally that microphone can pick up everything around it, but its area of sound is not that big. You maybe can hear it a little bit, but you won't be able to hear it. It'll reject a lot of noise, and you can be able to sing and or do karaoke or something, and it'll pick up your noise instead of the background noise and all of that other stuff going on. So we'll get you $100 mic, SM58. That picture that you have right there, X, that interface right there, that thing costs about $1,000 to $300. That's called the Audient. I forgot the name of it, but it's Audient is the interface. The Apollo. My bad, I said the Audient. The Apollo Twin. That's the Apollo Twin interface, man. That thing is a beast.
I had to change the backdrop. That other one was giving me epilepsy.
Yeah,
so I had to
Apollo. Yeah. right.
Epilepsy.
When it was gonna start shaking and shit.
Yeah, right. Like, hold up now, we gotta stop the stream.
All you gonna see is
we'll play some music. God damn it. Yeah. Stop the stream, because I need to get my damn epilepsy in order up here before we continue. God damn it.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, man, I want everybody to have fun, everybody just have fun, and have fun podcasting, man. Y'all go get y'all a microphone and create something great, record something wonderful,
Yeah, man. I mean, this was very insightful to me. I wrote down that goddamn
Hit me up.
Goddamn PodTrack.
I got you, X. Hit me
Zoom
up.
PodTrack P4. I wrote that down.
Yep.
I gotta keep that in my mind because I am an old nigga. I be forgetting shit. So I had to write these things down. But yeah, I'm gonna get into. I have to if I'm gonna do
You can
this
get one
stuff.
of these too, though. This is
Okay.
about they were 400, but they went down to like 350. Um, when you use this, it has I don't know if you guys can see it, but it has different settings on it too. So you can use this for sound, you can use this for music, and you can use this for podcasting. And it has like a it has features where you can put on your microphone like low cut filters. I know the P4 has a low cut filter, but this one here has like low cut filter, high pass filter, noise gate, and stuff like that too. So there's also different ways around it and stuff. So I just been
Yeah.
getting into everything. I got headphones here. I got the DT770 Pros, which I got to play white noise into it, so or pink noise into it, so it can sound really good. I can hear everything, speaker wise. You can actually mix and master with it and stuff.
Okay. What's the
But
difference between white noise and pink noise? What's the difference?
I mean, I really don't know. It's really to basically burn in the headphones, like it burns it
Okay.
in, because like when you take the headphones out the box, they kind of sound dull and dry.
Mm,
The drivers got to warm up to the sound, and you gotta bleed them in. So for about like 10 hours or something, I'm gonna put that thing on, and 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 just let it burn
So
in the sound.
so should we get rid of these mics? Should we get rid of these? Because I got a couple sets of these,
What
and
do you
they
mean?
have these
Those
with the
headphones?
mic
Oh, I
on
mean,
them.
I mean
Should
they
we
they
get?
got
Should we be getting rid of these?
no. You don't have to. They got their uses. They got their time and their place. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? If you on the road and stuff like that, and that's what you need to use, or that's what you working with, use it. I mean, a mic, you know, it just depends. Like if it works for your setup, use it. But
Okay.
you go get you
But
like
some
some higher end headphones with 80 ohms,
Yeah,
120
because
and
you don't
stuff.
really
Yeah.
need, a lot of people use those, and I used to use them too,
Mm-hmm.
but when I started buying a few mics, I was like, man, I don't want to use them shits no more
Right.
because I
Right.
don't, I don't really like the way those sound. I don't really like the way, the ones that come down, like the airline pilot, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the way they sound. They don't
Mm-hmm.
have, they just don't have the sound that I like, man. I don't like
Right.
them.
Right.
I
Right.
just do not like them. And I got a couple sets of those, man. And I like never use them. When you see me using those, that means some shit done went wrong over here. Or my other, I got a couple sets of these. When you see me using those, that means some of my other shit done messed up.
I got
Yeah,
you. I
some
got
of
you.
my other shit done messed up. Cause I don't really I don't like I don't like them shits at all, man. And I like Bluetooth headphones, man. I don't
Yeah,
like
they're
the
actually getting pretty
wire.
good. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I don't
actually
like
getting
the
pretty good.
wire in the way and all that kind of shit. I want to just put them on and rock out. I don't want to have to be weary of another wire. I have enough wires already. I don't
Yeah.
want a wire running from my head to the mix board or to the computer or whatever the case
Yeah,
may be. So
it's the convenience, and
yeah,
sometimes the Bluetooth pick it up even better.
yeah.
So
And the
yeah.
Bluetooth, the reason why I like the Bluetooth, full confession, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth right now.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Bluetooth because like when I like do the debates and they go into the rapid fire round and they going at each other for like 20 minutes. I can actually get up from my set, walk out and go to my deck
And
and
still
smoke
here.
a cigar.
Right.
Yeah, while they, going at each other next. I can still hear what's going on, and I don't have to be sitting in front of the computer. If you
Yeah.
got the wire, you can't do that. You gotta stay here. I
Yeah.
can get up, I can go out, go on my deck, take a couple of hits of my Romeo and Julieta, while Negroes is, threatening to
Yeah.
kill each other,
I
and
had a
I can still
Zeno. I had
hear
a
what's going
Zeno
on.
Platinum. I had a Zeno Platinum earlier today, man.
Yeah,
Really good
man.
cigar. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. I'm a
Yeah.
cigar man myself, man.
Yeah. We talked
I
about it. Yeah. Yeah. I like the
yeah,
Maduros. Yeah. I like
yeah,
underground
yeah.
Maduros. Yeah.
I
Those are
do like smoking a good cigar, and I go out and I take a few puffs while Negroes is just up here,
yeah.
uh, 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 threatening to kick each other ass and shit.
Right.
So,
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm glad that
Go
we
ahead.
had a show like this where brothers can talk about stuff that you normally don't see brothers
Yeah.
talking about, man. Cause
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I've been lately, the last like couple of weeks, I've been trying to. Now, of course, I'll still do the debates because I still get, requests for debates and stuff. I actually got a request today that I'm actually trying to pursue
Okay.
for. It's going to have to be the following week because I got 3 shows booked already. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
on the
busy,
air.
busy, busy man, busy
Yeah,
man.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and it sucks too because I also run a small business. All right, I run a power mechanic shop, so it's gonna
Okay,
be a
okay.
rough, especially Tuesday. Now Wednesday and Thursday, I've been doing streams on those days for like a couple of years. Those are the best days for me
Mm,
because Thursday is a paperwork day for me, so I don't really have to get up early,
mm,
and I'm off Fridays. I don't work Fridays, so I
okay.
can do a show Wednesday night because I know my ass ain't got to get up 5 o'clock in the morning. I
Mm,
can kind of roll out the bed any time because anything I got to do, it'll be in the evening because I get up and do my paperwork, make sure my guys get paid. That's what Thursdays are for. And
mm,
Friday, I don't do shit.
mm,
So, I can be up all night on a Thursday. So
mm.
you look at my stuff, you'll see, man, I've been doing Wednesdays and Thursday nights, man, for forever.
Yeah, that
Saturday, I'll throw on a Saturday too.
midweek is actually a good slot though. Because a lot of
Well,
people, yeah.
Well, it's tough because, the time slot, and the crazy thing is I've been doing the same time slot for like years too.
Mm,
And it's a tough time slot because you find yourself smashed in between the heavy hitters.
mm-hmm.
It's like, it's a lot of heavy hitters that be on, and they draw. They draw from your audience,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
The heavy
yeah,
hitters will draw from your audience.
yeah.
And
Trust
I'm
me, I know.
smashed. Yeah, and I'm smashed in between quite a few of them heavy hitters. I'm
Yeah.
smashed in there. So, I'm like struggling, struggling for views because,
The playback
smashed in
though.
there, man.
They listen
Yeah,
to the playback though. Yeah,
yeah, I know. I
you
know.
got a lot of people
I
that
know.
listen to the playback. So
Hey, I understand the game, so I guess that's why I haven't tried because people have told me they're like, "Oh, X man, you should do stuff at a different time." I'm like, man, you don't understand my life. If you look at my stuff, I've been doing Wednesday and Thursday nights and a Saturday here and there for years because this
yeah.
is the best time for me. I mean, shit, I'm a motherfucker. I get up 5 o'clock in the morning. So, I mean, I can't, some nights I just can't do it because, I have like a 6 o'clock in the morning route that I have to run with my guys. So,
Mm,
I got to have my ass up at 5 o'clock. So, like say on like like Tuesday. Like I'm
mm,
doing a show Tuesday night. It's gonna be
mm,
rough because I gotta be up at like 5:30. So I'm gonna try not to let it run too late. So the
mm,
old man can get a few hours of sleep before I have
mm,
to get my ass up and get up out of here. And people don't understand that, because I get a lot of suggestions, because I got people who I talk to, off of YouTube, because a
mm,
lot of these guys I actually know off of YouTube. And they're
mm.
like, oh, X, hey, do it this day, do it that day. I'm like, man, what you talking about, man? I don't have the energy of you young guys. I
Hell
got
yeah.
to lay my ass
Yeah,
down.
if you don't take a nap, them naps are vital.
Yes,
Them
because
naps are
I got to
vital.
have my black ass up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can't be up here every night till 2 in the morning.
Trust me,
Absolutely
I know.
not.
I do the overnight shift. Sometimes I be going from like 12 a.m. here
Yeah.
to like 8, 9, 10 the next
Yeah,
morning,
that's
and
why
then and
I
then
pretty much catch you on playbacks, brother
yeah,
Judah, because you
yeah.
you do the
Those
graveyard
shows are
shift, man. You
those
do it.
shows are crazy, man.
Yeah, they
The shift
are.
really chose me, man. But I usually be up late at night because I used to
Yeah,
do music and stuff, and
yeah.
those are artist hours. So
Yeah, I catch.
so
Well, I have come down there. I think one time on a live, and I'm pretty
yeah, yeah.
sure it was like
You
a
come through
third.
a couple
It
times. Yeah,
it
yeah,
had to be a Thursday
yeah.
or Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it
Most
was.
likely, yeah,
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 pretty sure it
yeah.
was because you be on that graveyard shift, man, and my ass be snoring when you
I know, and
yeah
it's a lot of people don't realize it's the hardest. It's the hardest audience to entertain, to please, and stuff like that. And like I just go,
yeah
for hours and hours on end. Like there's really like until people really start doing. There's really nothing easy about what I do. You know,
yeah
so
yeah. I must agree. I have
Yeah.
to agree. Um, no one's asking any questions, and you know why? They're not
Mm.
asking any questions because you've answered all of them shits already.
I probably have. Yeah. I probably
You
have.
answered all them
Yeah.
shits already.
Yeah.
I didn't want to keep you too long. You know, I didn't want us to
Oh,
go
I'm
too
good.
long.
Yeah.
Maybe like a couple hours.
Yeah.
But if anybody has any questions, you know, feel because I don't know what you look like on time. What you look
I'm
like on?
good.
Okay,
I might do like a short third shift tonight. I don't know.
okay,
But I'm good. It's 10:11 here. And
okay,
if I do fire up a third shift, it's probably gonna be. I might start early because I might end early.
okay.
I need to be somewhere at like around 7 tomorrow. I gotta run some errands and stuff. So I got a
Okay.
lot of stuff to do. We got our lives too, man.
Yes, that's true.
So
That's
so
true.
we
A
take
lot.
time out of our day.
Yeah, a lot goes on when you turn the computer off, folks. When you turn the computer off, a lot of shit goes on that y'all
Yeah,
don't see. You know,
yeah.
a lot of shit. A lot of
My
shit
life
goes
outside
on.
of this is totally different, man. you know.
Oh, there's a question from brother Tank. Let me see. I'll put it on the board.
How do I play music on my channel without getting flagged? That's a good question. Me, I
You
guess
can't,
because
right?
I guess because I have the word DJ in my name, and then also, I got drops and stuff like that. I got things that I add to the work, even though I get copyrighted, bruh. When I look at my email, YouTube is
Mm,
you've been copyrighted, but that's good because it feeds those artists in a pandemic. So
yeah.
hopefully the royalty or whatever change YouTube is gonna pay me goes back to them. I didn't take away from the recording. I add to it or I put it into a playlist and stuff like that. And then also sometimes if y'all want to get past copyrights, you can have the music on in the background, but have it like low, like where people
Yeah.
can
So you can
barely
like
hear it. Yeah, because
barely hear it.
sometimes it won't pick it up, or instrumental, or something like that in the background low, so that it doesn't get picked up. But
Yeah, because they'll hit you with if you're especially if you're monetized, they'll hit you with repurposing as well. I know YouTube will do that. They'll
yeah,
hit you with repurposing.
you're using someone else's content too much
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. But see, I play a lot of different music and stuff like that. It's a radio based channel, so I guess that's what YouTube has identified the show as. They haven't. I mean, I've had problems with copyrights in the past, but I just play it like a regular show. And then if something were to come out where I got to get a license to play all the music, you
You
know what
ever
I'm
been
saying?
struck? Have
Oh,
they
I've
ever
been
striked you?
they struck me, but like for like different reasons and stuff.
Mm,
Like when people false flag my channel and say nudity or something when there isn't no nudity and stuff like that. But then I get those overturned and stuff like that. But like I said, and then that's why I'm making beats for the manosphere, so people won't get flagged, people won't get copyrighted and stuff like that. So you
Brother Black Jerusalem says, DJ
know.
Cuda, let us see all the toys that you have in the high value
Man,
Cuda
I
Cave
showed y'all.
studio.
I
We'll
got a
be here all goddamn night.
Yeah, I know.
Goddamn it.
I got a table. I got a table right here. I got a table right here where I put some of them on here. But I showed y'all most of the toys, man. I got this Akai MP3 Mini. Like I said, I got this. I got my DJ thing. I'm gonna hook that
And
up
what's
again.
that? What's that you just had in your hand? What is that?
This right here is a OPZ. This goes for about
Okay.
like 650. This is a pocket beat maker. This thing you can make you know what I'm saying, you can make a whole bunch of beats on this thing and you don't need a computer. This is DAWless and you can and it's like a remote. It's a beat maker. You can plug it in or you can Bluetooth it to your phone. It has Bluetooth capabilities, like you can turn it on and stuff, and it'll you can do a whole bunch of stuff with it.
So it's a beat maker.
Yeah,
It makes beats.
this thing got a whole bunch of synths and stuff. So this is a
Okay.
smaller version of a unit that I'm getting that I'm gonna get that I'm getting soon called the OP1, and they're kind of more like they're beat makers and stuff, but they're I guess a lot of people call them hipsters or for hipsters or whatever, but a lot of people call them toys too because you don't have a DAW and stuff, but the DAW is built into it. You just gotta kind of know what buttons you're pressing, shifting and drums and hi-hats and stuff like that, and then it's a lot of stuff. So I got that. So like, when I'm out running errands or if I'm on the road or if I want to catch the train today, I can just get my headphones, pop it into that and just start making beats. I already made like 4 beats on this thing. I just need to tweak them a little bit better. So I'm working on my craft, but I can't wait till I get the other one because the other one is what I'm gonna be making beats on for the most part, or integrate both of them together, and then I add them with something like this. This is called the Roly Seaboard, and this thing is very squishy. It feels like it's this thing is very squishy. Like it's a keyboard, but then again, it's not. It's a synth also, and you can press the button hard and the synth will go like have a deeper sound, and then you can let it go, or you can press it and scroll it up and then it'll kind of twang the synth, or you can press it and then you can go all the way around the board and it'll give different sounds and stuff, or you can play it like a piano, or you can do a whole bunch of stuff with it, and it's Bluetooth, so I can integrate it with that other synth or anything else, and then whatever sounds that I want to put onto it, I can put onto it. I've seen people I've seen people play the guitar with this thing. You know what I'm saying? You can get another one and click them together. This is like the smaller version of the Rise, the Seaboard Rise, and the other one that they have out. But like I've seen a woman play the whole breakdown from the Michael Jackson song "Beat It," and I played it on the show a couple of times where she just played the
So
guitar on this thing
so
right
it
here.
has onboard sounds, or does the sounds have to
Yeah,
be loaded in?
well, you can Bluetooth it to your phone. There's an app on your phone where you can literally just play the sounds and stuff. Like, let me see. Like, all right, so like right here. This is what I'll do. So, I'm on my phone, right? Hold on. I got to figure out. All right, so I'm on my phone, right? And it's called the Noise app. So, I open up the Noise app and I just load up a project, and what I do is I can turn it on, and once I turn it on, it lights up right here, and then yeah, it's a MIDI. Let me see, y'all. Let me see if I can hook it.
What's the
I know.
price? What's the price point on that?
This is the smallest one they have. This one starts at 3, like at 300, 350. All right, here it is. So I got it connected now. Got it connected, right? So now that it's connected, I continue, and I can register other sounds and stuff. But hold on, let's see. All right, so let me turn this up. So I got a couple sounds loaded up. So this is what I can do. So anytime I touch it, hold on. So hold on. It's kind of hard to hold it and do it at the same time. So I can. And then you can twang it too. You can. So it all depends on the sounds. Let me change the sounds. So let me see if I want to do bass. Hold on. I can do low sustained bass. As I'm trying to tell you, this is a whole different world, man. Look.
Yeah, I like that. That's official. That's official
See?
right there.
Like you can play around with it. You know, you can you can do a whole bunch of stuff with it. So like, and then you can download kits and stuff, and just just you can do a whole bunch of stuff with it. So on my alone time, I just I'm working on my craft. You can do a whole bunch of stuff with it.
I'm recording that shit, man. I'm
Yeah,
taking that as a goddamn.
yeah,
I love the
yeah.
sound right there.
So like even if like you don't even like X, you don't play a flute, right? You put a flute sound on this thing and you just learn how to play the piano. Who don't play a flute? You know what I'm saying? I play a damn flute, guitar, drum, all kinds of shit. All you got to do is just like really learn like like music theory and learn the basic keyboards and stuff. So so this is like the bass, and you can. So like you can always come up with like a boom bap track, right? Load on a couple of sounds onto this and just add right on top of it. Just add right on top of it, and you're good.
That Joker looks delicate, man. It looks like it's
Yeah,
a
it
delicate
does.
piece of equipment.
Yeah, you got to be real careful. It's real squishy.
Yeah,
You don't want to like bore a hole into it
yeah.
or
You don't want
anything.
your boy at the crib spilling goddamn Heineken on it and shit.
Right. Spill some Stella Artois, some Red Stripe on it. You know what I'm saying? So
Get on up out of here, big bro.
and that's just like the base. And then you can do the same thing on your phone. So they have something called the Rolly Seaboard block, where it where it attaches to the side of it. It's kind of like a magnet, and it attaches to the side of it, or you can attach it to the top or wherever. And basically, you can kind of just play it on side of it, and then you can just one hand this whole thing. And all you gotta do is just record it. So, I just just little things, man, to just go have fun. Little things, have fun with it and create. I'm all about creation, and I'm all about brothers moving forward, man. If you guys see something that you guys like, man, just ask me about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning also, and I'm willing to share the information and stuff. Just
Yeah, man. Brother Black Jerusalem says, DJ CUDA, would you be willing to sell some of your older equipment in this space to brothers who are looking to start up their podcast and are broke?
yeah.
I added
but you
the
know
and
what?
are broke part.
But you know what? I have all right. So like I told y'all, I got what's called gear acquisition syndrome, where like I just keep for some reason I like to buy gear. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that I buy, they're kind of like, to me, like they're novelty. So, but if I'm not using it and I'm like I don't have no use for it, of course I'll definitely do a giveaway. My thing is this though, like with to get over gear acquisition syndrome, I got to make sure I master something. So sometimes I'll have something laying around that I just stopped using. I haven't really mastered it. So it's like, to get over gear acquisition syndrome, instead of me going and go buying something new, it's like, okay, you know what? Let me master this before I go get something new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My bad, War Master. I know some of y'all hate me because I'm showing y'all something that y'all never
Well,
really thought existed.
I was gonna
Yeah.
ask about that because you got so much, you got so
Yeah.
much equipment. There's no way you use it all. There's no
Imagine.
way you use all of
Well,
it.
see, but now I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay, this day got to be set for this. That day got to
Mhm.
be set for that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm always creating. I'm left-handed, so I gotta find different avenues and ways to create, or else I'm gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Southpaws are different. Southpaws are a
yeah,
different animal.
Yeah,
Y'all are a different
very
animal.
very creative. So I'm like, you know what? I said I'm gonna be. I'm gonna make beats for the Manosphere. I wasn't bullshitting.
Okay.
Like, what do you think this for? I'm like on my alone time. I'm like, okay, well, look, I got when I'm out running errands, I got audio books and stuff or podcasts and stuff playing in my ear about how to really use a piano, or what sounds sound really good together, or how to read a wave pattern, so to create different sounds and things like that, because I'm gonna be making beats and stuff. I got two other beat makers. I got Tony Anthems, and I got Official. Two
Mm.
other people that that are in my sector that are on the way up, and those dudes, they make beats. They're no joke, and I really want them to kind of get in with this Manosphere thing, where brothers can actually go to this channel, or go to this website and download a whole bunch of free beats and use them in their background. Like, we could be using the beat right now in the background and stuff, and
Yeah.
just having a great dialogue and stuff like that. Just
You
that
don't
way
have to
that
worry about the
yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
police.
yeah, and just that way, so that brothers, got their, we have our own, like the way that the Manosphere has been going. I'm gonna tell you the truth, is the Manosphere is not self sufficient. Like, some of the
Mm.
stuff that we have going on in the Manosphere, yes, it is like self contained, but it's not self sufficient. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's not like something that can it's not something that can last on its own. If the internet goes out tomorrow, or if YouTube goes down tomorrow, the Manosphere is done. It's not like we don't have a hub over at over on Anchor. You know what I'm saying? Where we're like, okay, well, we're going over to Anchor right now, or we don't even
Mm.
have nothing on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube, on Instagram and stuff like that. So, like, the Manosphere is it. I mean, I'm just trying to help and improve wherever we're going and stuff like that. And like I said, good luck. It's just a whole bunch of people that just don't want to work together, man. So, for the brothers that do want to work together, for the brothers that are, that are learning and stuff like that, hopefully you can take some of what I said tonight and take it to the next level. And I'll be like, damn, I want us to be able to bounce off each other. I want to be able to, go to another brother's channel and be like, oh, damn, I didn't even think about using it that way. That's dope. You mind if I jump
Yeah.
on the panel and we talk about it? Or we even make some music right there live, right there on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Like that loop station. Oh, I'm gonna have hella fun with this loop station.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that thing is
This
ridiculous.
thing is this
I
thing is a
like that,
beast.
man.
Yeah, this
I
thing is a
like that,
beast.
brother.
And then the
Got to
same
invest
thing,
in one of them
yeah,
Jones,
the
man.
same thing with this Rolly Seaboard. I got a Kai MPK right here, and this OPZ and an OP1. So I'm gonna be going live, and sometimes it's not gonna be the third shift. It's just gonna be an overhead view of the instrument, and I'm gonna just make a beat live right there, or something that I've been working on. Just do it live right there. Take this to the next level. Also, in the Manosphere, I've been putting out videos. I got one. I got a couple in the chamber. I just haven't put them out. But I've been making 3D YouTube videos.
Mm.
I've been making 3D YouTube videos. Like, I go get like a 3D camera, and after I go get a 3D camera, one of the first people if not the only person in the Manosphere that actually put out a 3D video where you can see me talking. You can scroll around and look at the sky, look behind me. You can follow me with the camera. You can do whatever you want. I'm gonna start putting out those videos also. It's just that I need to go. I need to get more external hard drive space, man. These files are like 5.6.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm shooting 5.6K, so these are gigabytes. Like, I'm
Yeah.
running just straight gigs. So it's a lot of stuff that I got going on over at the channel, and a lot of things that I'm doing. I'll do cameras also. I'll show you about the 1080p, 4Ks. All kinds of different stuff. Yeah, they're VR videos, Clue. Yep.
Okay.
You can put on the goggles and look around and see everything. I also got a drone. I show people like drone footage. I was flying the drone over the clock tower and stuff. Like, I got a lot of stuff going on.
So
I'm a legit Manosphere tech channel that doesn't get recognized as a legit manosphere
Yeah,
technician.
well,
People just say I'm just
you getting recognized tonight.
yeah. I appreciate it. People just say I'm microphones. I'm like, okay.
What's your take on like audio software? Because I
Oh,
have some.
DAWs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have. Well, I've always had Audacity, but I have something called Cubase,
Yeah, I got
and
Cubase.
I also have Reaper. But
Yeah, I use.
those only three I have is Reaper, Cubase, and Audacity.
I
So
got all
which
three also. I barely
okay,
use Audacity, even though Audacity has gotten better. I use
yeah,
Reaper. When I do my
okay.
audiobooks, I use Reaper.
Yeah, Reaper,
But
man. I love that
I
Reaper
love,
shit,
yeah,
man. I
Reaper is
love
cool.
Reaper.
And you can put your plugins on Reaper. I
Yeah,
realized how to get
yeah.
plugins
I
on
like
Reaper.
the
This
Cubase is
this came
different.
with Cubase. This
Yeah,
came with a
Cubase
subscription to
is.
Cubase. I never
Uh,
really used Cubase like that, but this came with a
yeah,
subscription to it, and
I
it's
don't really like Cubase, but it's very if you know what you're doing with Cubase, you can make things sound really
yeah,
professional. If
it's a
you
learning
know,
curve. Yeah, it's a learning
yes,
curve. Yeah, and
yes,
that's with everything. Everything you get, X, it's a learning curve. You
mm,
know, the this loop station. Once you get it and start playing around with it, like the open your minds.
yeah.
You get. Oh my God, you do that and that shit. You gonna, bro, you gonna take it to the next. You gonna take it to the next level. Like people are like, you get that damn loop station. It's a wrap. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's a wrap. And all the stuff that you can do to it, because you can just overdub. You can like just keep adding on to it, adding on to it, adding on to it. Yeah, Ableton is good. I really want to learn how to use Ableton.
yeah. I've heard
OG,
of that one.
yeah,
I've
OG
heard of
is
that
in
one.
here. OG has really been like a good mentor when it comes to Ableton. So I'm gonna just get Ableton and really back
Yeah,
down with it,
yeah.
man. Yeah.
The OG he was in
He's
radio.
in
What
radio
OG?
too.
The
Yeah.
OG was into a lot of shit. You know,
Yeah.
TV, radio, and the whole nine. So
Yeah.
he's also a good source for
He is.
sound and
He is.
people don't know
I
that
learned a
about
lot
him.
from him. Yeah, I learned a
Yeah.
lot from him. Yeah, and he
Oh
got
yeah.
a BTO radio, and yeah, OG. He knows his stuff, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad to meet people like him, yourself, War Master, like just a lot of people here that like I it's cool to find brothers that talks about these types of things, man.
Yeah.
And then I'm the same brother. I talk to you about Gucci Man all day. Like we get,
Let's get
I
my
know the
Gucci
whole,
man.
I know the whole spectrum. So like my thing is just like I just would like us on some more fly shit. I think us brothers we need to
I agree.
you know
I agree. That's why I was saying earlier, I've started to shift and, I want to bring in brothers that, that I haven't had on to just talk to you about what you know. You know what I'm
yeah
saying? Not a
yeah
debate, not a
yeah
whatever, just come on and talk about your specialty.
yeah.
What makes
Oh,
you you,
and y'all,
So,
I did not go to school for none of this shit.
mm.
I did not go to school for none of this
So
shit.
how long have you been, how long have you been doing this? I mean, what you do, just wake up one day and you say, "You know what? I'm going to start buying microphones." Like, I mean, what
Self
got
taught.
you
Self
okay.
taught. I started off with a mixer like the Yamaha that you had.
Mhm.
I started off. I even bought a snowball. I had a Yeti and stuff like that. But I actually had an XLR mic. I had to really learn. I'm like, okay, these are the XLR pins and stuff. That goes into here. Okay, that goes into there. Okay, phantom power. What's phantom power? I thought every microphone. I just thought you just had to power them on. Then I started learning about different microphones. Okay, damn. Okay, this one's picking up everything in the room. Okay, damn. Okay, this one rejects everything in the room. Okay, this is what that is. Then I start looking out for pop words. Okay, noise gate. I kind of know what that is. Go on YouTube. Everything is on YouTube. Like I don't know why people don't act like there's not a search bar right up there. Anything that you want, you can go do it. And I had this mindset too because like a library, anything that I wanted to know, and I could and I felt like okay, my father or like my mother or people around me that can't give me information on this, or I was just inquisitive about it. I always had a hunger for knowledge. I was like, okay, well, I can go to a library and learn about it. There has to be a book for it. If it's there at least have to be a book for it. And then the same thing with YouTube. Now, YouTube, there's a book for everything, and you learn actually, and mark my words, because they're actually talking about this now. And it's derogatory, but nigga, yeah, okay, whoever gets the last laugh, because they like to call people a YouTube scholar, and stuff like that. YouTube will teach you a lot better than college.
Yeah,
And I
there's a
hate
lot
to,
of stuff.
yeah,
There's a
I
lot of
hate to
stuff
say
on
it.
YouTube.
Yeah,
There's a
no,
lot of
but
stuff on YouTube that
no, but I'm saying
you can learn.
and I hate to say it like this, because you literally can stop, rewind, pause anytime you want to, right? You can save it. You can go right back to it. You can listen to it while you work over and over again if you didn't understand it. You get to see people that actually has the equipment right there, how they're playing it, what they're doing, how they do it, why they do it. You learn tips and tricks. You learn Easter eggs. You learn things that college is just not
Yeah,
going to tell you. Like,
yeah.
all the people go to college to do what I'm doing right now, or to be around the things that I'm around right now, and they don't have the money to play with this shit because they spent
Yeah.
it all on college.
Well, you know
So I'm
how
playing with
YouTube
it.
is. You know how YouTube is, brother Cuda. Like 90% of it is fucking entertainment.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
that
yeah,
other 10% though, that other
yeah, yeah,
10%, you actually can learn
yeah,
something. And I think a
yeah.
lot of times we get caught up in that entertainment part of it.
Facts,
And
yeah,
my
yeah,
ass is guilty of it too.
yeah.
But
We all are.
I
Yeah.
I like some of the conversations. I think some of the conversations are very entertaining. I think
Mm-hmm.
some of the bullshit is very entertaining, and
Mm-hmm.
some of the stuff that goes on here is just straight bizarre, and
Yeah.
some of that is entertaining.
Yep. Yep.
Some
Yep.
of that. So
Yep.
I think we get kind of caught up in the entertainment because me, I'm very biased when it comes to YouTube. I think 80 to 90% of this shit is entertainment. But I do acknowledge the fact that, that other 10, 20%, you can
Mm-hmm.
actually come up here and learn about pretty much anything you're seeking to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that there
Mm-hmm.
is that. I just think that a lot of us we don't deal with that other 20%. We more into the 80% where it's the entertainment and the fighting and the arguing and the beefing and the
Yeah.
talking
Yeah, because
about
that's what a
people
lot of people
mamas
use
and
it
all this
for.
kind of shit.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right. That's what a
We
lot of
will.
people use it for. Because, like, even microphones, like, or even while I buy the mic, while it's on the way, I study it on YouTube
Mm,
religiously. I don't see, yo, did my favorite YouTuber did anything on this mic? Okay, let me listen to this with headphones. Okay, so I know what I'm getting. I study it. I stalk it. You know what I'm saying? I stalked this mic before I got it. I stalked it. And then just to watch it unfold and be here right in front of me is crazy. And it's color. I got this mic on my birthday. This is a black RE20. RE20s never came in any other color but this weird, ugly green color, which stopped a lot of people
mhm.
from buying it, but it started a lot of people from buying it. And they just came out with the matte black. Had to get it. The reason why I
Yeah.
bought my other RE320 was because it's black, because I thought it was the black version of this one, but it wasn't. It was a totally different mic. And then this came out a couple years later, and I'm like, yes, I'm getting it. I stalk it. Like I study. I watch everybody else's opinion on it, see what everybody says, then I pull the trigger on it, go get it. Same thing with the with the music equipment. I'm like, okay, realistically, how would I use that? Can I use it in the same way, or do I have, like, what use would I have for that? Right? Then get it, and then now once I got it, I'm still looking at videos and I'm still messing around hands on. I'm looking at videos now and I'm like, okay, well, all right, I got a nice little melody going. How can I record it? Like, what can I use to record this melody and then have it stand alone and then add some drums to it? Okay, how can I use the metronome to kind of get the sound that I want? Okay, how do I turn off the metronome? Okay, what do I do? This, that, and the third. You can learn a whole bunch of stuff. And YouTube is one of those places where you can be specific of what you want to learn and look up that specific thing. And there's a whole bunch of videos on it. So if I'm gonna go down the YouTube rabbit hole, which we all go down the YouTube rabbit hole on something,
Oh yeah.
make it a learning experience. And guess what? Somebody had to have a microphone. Somebody had to red means recorded. Somebody had to press that red button. Somebody had to record it. Somebody had to upload. Somebody had to upload it, and the audio had to be clear so you can hear what they're talking about.
It's true. Very true. Well, let me ask you one more thing, before we get up out of here. Is there a microphone that you don't like? Is there like don't buy this microphone, brothers? Is there a
Yeti.
microphone out there? The Yeti.
Nah,
Don't buy this damn thing.
nah. There is a lot of trash microphones, man. Usually the cheaper microphones are trash, but even the cheaper microphones have their place. You
Mm.
know, they have their place.
You
They
mean
have
like the
their.
snowballs and
I mean, the snowball is great. I mean, LAR
it's
movement.
not
He used
it's
it.
not that expensive.
Yeah,
I was
60 bucks.
gonna get one. Yeah,
Yeah, 60
I was
bucks.
gonna get one of those.
Alan Roger Curry. When I bought my snowball, I had it. I just never really used it. It was a paperweight on my desk. It just looks cool.
Mm.
It looked
Yeah.
cool. It was a $60 paperweight. But I knew at some point if I wanted to, I could just plug it in and play and stuff like that. But um, what is a terrible mic? I'm pretty sure there is. I'm just drawing a blank right now. There's a couple terrible mics, but it's just you can get a $400 mic and your voice don't mesh with it, and it'll be terrible.
Okay.
You see what
Yeah,
I'm
well,
saying?
you said earlier that you have to buy the mic for, your voice and your purpose. So I guess you
Mm-hmm.
have to, kind of. It's probably a good idea to kind of research the mic first, though, right?
That's
Before
what
you
I
go
did.
out there and you spend your money before you go
Yes,
out there and drop $400.
yes.
Read up on the mic or watch somebody use it on YouTube or something like that.
And sometimes people want to buy it because they seen somebody that they like use it on YouTube. You know, Howard Stern, he uses a Neumann. He uses a Neumann, I think a TLM 103. And
Mm,
really crazy mic. Like you got this mic that is the standard of music and just podcasting and everything. It's called the U87. That microphone's like 2,000 and some change. And then the microphones that I'm looking at now, even though I do want a Neumann, even though I spent the money that I could have spent on a Neumann on other things, I'm not hell bent over getting a Neumann right now. Gas, gear acquisition syndrome. I'm looking at Earthworks. Earthworks got these crazy alien looking microphones, but like, you know. So make sure y'all check up on me because when this stimulus check comes in,
mm.
I
Take
don't
your
want to.
stimulus,
I
take your
don't want to.
stimulus and go get a microphone,
I
folks.
don't
Go
want to
get yourself
fumble.
a
Yeah,
microphone.
y'all go take that stimulus and go get a mic. I mean, I don't want to fumble. I don't want to. I don't want to be a bag fumbler. You know what I'm saying? But you know, some nights I take this down and I I use something else like people like the Yeti's not a bad microphone. You can download this thing called Voice Meter, and they
Mm,
got Voice Meter Banana and Voice Meter Potato, and then they got I don't know why they name these weird vegetables and fruit names and shit, but Voice Meter. Any microphone you get, you can really manipulate the microphone into sounding like the sound can be manipulated. But it's just that
okay.
analog is just its own different thing. You get that broadcast sound, that the bass. You know, sometimes you
Yeah.
you hear it in your headphones. It's like boom. It's like oh man, it's some studio
Yeah.
shit.
You have
I'm
yeah,
in
you
the
have to
studio. Yeah,
yeah, you have to listen to some of that stuff, man,
yeah,
because
yeah.
when I do voiceovers, for people, the first thing I do is, I record a practice track first before I even do what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
I
And
dry shoot
yeah,
also. Yeah.
yeah, I do a dry run, to
Mm-hmm.
listen to make sure my levels are up,
Mm-hmm.
make sure the mic is sounding the way,
Mm-hmm.
I want it to sound. I try to modulate my voice,
Yeah.
because that's very important too. I learned
Yep.
that in radio,
You gotta
to
drink tea.
modulate.
Yep. Drink
Yep,
tea.
yep,
Yep.
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 You modulate your voice, and because I can do a lot of different voices. I don't, I can do a lot of different voices.
Mm-hmm.
I have a voice that I use when I'm up here. I have a
Mm-hmm.
voice that I use when I record.
Mm-hmm.
I have a voice that I use when I'm screaming at my grandbabies. I got there's different voices, but it's
That's
like
what I'm
4 or 5
saying. You can
different.
you can get like either this or a SM7B, even though you'll sound good in this mic too because
Okay.
it's kind of muffled. So like 'cause I usually when you hear the word muffled, it doesn't sound like it sounds like
Yeah.
muffled, right? No, this thing has a really good sound when it's muffled, but it still captures that like broadcasting bass and stuff. And then if
Okay.
you EQ it, you can get it real clear. You don't have to do the muffledness. Um, you have an authoritative voice.
Okay.
Okay, keep in mind with what I'm telling you because this will really help you out in the future and stuff. You have an authoritative voice. Is but is but so many things you can talk about or say, and people think you're not bullshitting. You
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying? Even if you're telling a joke, you got to phrase it in a way that people know that you're joking. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Because
know.
if you say
I
some
know.
shit that sounds like law, you have a very authoritative voice. So if you are reading a book, you have the narrator's voice. Like if somebody like if you're reading like a horror story or a story where it's like you're teaching people how to do something, you have a very authoritative voice that directs people. It's a directory. You know what I'm saying? It's like a hey, go pick that up. It's like more.
Yeah, I got you.
It's more.
Yeah,
You have
like
a more
my
serious.
like my grandkids when I
Yeah,
tell them, goddamn, turn the TV down,
yeah.
goddamn
You have a serious. Yeah, you have a serious. See,
it.
so you have a serious tone, and that in the voiceover community, that's gold.
Yeah.
And you want to
Yeah.
be known for your voice too. Like I know brother BGS Ibmore.
Yes.
I told him to do
Yes.
the same thing. BGS, you got a lot of brothers in the space that
Oh
have
yeah.
yet to capitalize on their voice. Like
Man,
like
I
they don't
have
even
ran
realize
into yeah,
they
man.
sitting on a gold mine.
It's brothers that I talk to, man. I be over down at Art and Styles.
Yeah, art.
And let
Yep,
me tell you
yep.
something. It's a couple brothers down there that I be like, yo, man,
Yeah,
take it from somebody who's been in the field. Man, you could kill in
yeah,
voiceovers.
yeah,
Kill.
yeah,
But, I guess you gotta want to do it or whatever.
yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
it's a different
I've
work
been in it for a
process.
while.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
I've
different
been
work
in it for a
process.
while.
Yeah,
I've been doing voiceovers, man, since like 2008,
yeah.
2009. So
Especially if you land
I
a
know the
big.
feel.
Yeah, if you
Yeah, I
land
know
like
the feel.
something
So
big, like a Chris Tucker, you don't necessarily not Chris Tucker, Chris Rock. He doesn't
yeah,
necessarily have like a voiceover voice, but he has a distinctive voice. So if he was
yes,
to narrate for Osmosis Jones or Everybody Hates Chris and stuff, people will rock with it. People will
yeah,
rock with it. It's not like authoritative, but people's voice it works for certain things. Like just a minute ago, you said how you dry shoot. I dry
yeah,
shoot the same way. So that way you don't really have to edit that much. If you say it right the first time, then like in the
yep,
background, you say it right the first time, stop,
yep.
punch in
It's
again,
true.
say it again, stop, punch in
Yep,
again, say it again, punch. Then next minute you're done a whole chapter. You know?
yeah,
There's some
yeah.
guys who make
Brother,
yeah. Mhm.
brother AJ, we were talking about it because
Yeah, AJ got a good voice too. Yep.
yeah, we were talking about you the other day. I was talking with my man because we're kind of working on a project. I haven't mentioned it because it's still kind of in production.
Mm-hmm.
AJ came up, Nick came up.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Shouts to Nick Taylor.
yeah, who else came up? Nate came up.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a few brothers came up, you
Mm-hmm.
know, uh, uh, that we could use for what we're doing. So, y'all will be hearing from me, you brothers. You will be hearing
Mm-hmm.
from me. Trust
Yeah,
me, and it
let me
won't
know
be
if you need
long.
a little bit of help and stuff, or any
Oh,
techniques and stuff.
absolutely,
Yeah, I'm always
absolutely,
open.
man.
So.
Um,
Yeah.
with the more powerful mics, and I know I keep saying I'm gonna let you go, but I keep thinking of
No,
shit
take
to
your
ask
time.
you.
I'm
I
well.
keep,
I'm
yeah,
comfortable. We're good.
I keep thinking of shit to ask you.
Get
With
as much information.
the more powerful mics,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have a mixed board. You don't want to run those mics directly into a computer, right? The more power, like what you're on right now, you
Yeah,
need a mixed board to power that mic.
yeah. Very powerful mic. You got to be able to. You got to be able to have the equipment to power the mic. But with technology now, you don't have to do much. Like I could probably literally power this same microphone. I can literally power the same microphone with this.
Mm.
This is how crazy. Now it's like there is no excuse. You know? Let me see if I can. I'll do this. I'll take this. I'm gonna plug this into here, right? Into the headphone jack, right? I'm gonna turn this on, right? And you can see the XLR pin right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this and I'm gonna plug it into this XLR pin. Give me 1 second. And now I can let's see, I'll turn it up just a tad bit and there we go. Now I'm speaking into the RE20. I'm speaking into the RE20 on the Rode. I mean, not the Rode. I keep saying Rode. The Zoom PodTrack P4. And now you can hear the difference. Now, do you hear what I said is muffled?
Yes.
You hear the more muffledness, but it's not really a bad muffle. It's kind of like a good broadcasting kind of muffle that does pick up the bass a little bit, but it's not overly bassy. See how it's not overly bassy towards the mids. If you hear, if I was to hum, you hear the difference. So with this SM7B, shoot. Okay, I can do this with the SM7B also. I probably have to get another cord, but you see how is more kind of a muffled, but it's more of a broadcasting muffled. When people use this microphone, they used it for, like I said, sports broadcasting. You know what I'm saying? It's like touchdown on, touchdown from the 50,
Yeah.
do running from the 50-yard line all the way to the, the end zone and stuff. They use this. So literally, like I just said, you can get this microphone and get this thing because usually when you run a $500 microphone, you have to have good equipment to run it. You don't want to run a $500 microphone through like you don't want to run a $500 microphone through like a $20 preamp.
Yeah.
That's not going to sound
It
good.
doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. But nowadays, you can run a $500 microphone on a $200 preamp.
Yeah.
See what
And
I'm
you
saying?
say that's battery operated, right? You said that's batteries.
Yeah. I got it's operating on the batteries right now because I don't have it plugged into my I don't have it plugged in. Actually, the battery's about to die. But like I said, just plug it in. Go get you a USB-C and just plug it in. It has a plug-in jack and then it can power from your computer. So I could just plug it in right now, but I'm just being lazy. So that's how this sounds. Also, with the SM7B, if I plug it into this, it's gonna have the cloud lifter onto it, so it's gonna be a little bit more boosted. So, cause usually, the mic sounds good by itself. All right, I'll put it with the cloud lifter on, and I'll put it without the cloud lifter. So I just unplugged it. So I'm gonna power this one down and plug it into this one. Hold on, let's see. All right, hold on. Let me turn this down. So I had to switch it over into condenser mode because there is a cloud lifter hooked onto this microphone. So now you hear the difference.
That sounds a little sharper.
Yeah. All right. So this is going to sound a lot sharper now because this cloud lifter boosts it.
Yeah. You keep talking about the cloud lift.
Yeah,
What
this red thing
exactly
right
is the
here,
cloud lifter?
Yeah, this is the dynamite. So this is what boosts the gain, like the decibels on the microphone. So this is what gives it that extra boost, so that it doesn't run your preamp hot. You don't have to turn it all. You don't have to crank it all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Your gain all the way up to get the sound out of it. So this is with it boosted. So when I take this dynamite out, you're gonna get a whole different sound out of this microphone. It's gonna sound probably a little bit even lower. So here we go. Okay, and now I have it without the dynamite in it, and you see how it's a little bit more lower, but you can hear more of the more bassy, mid to bassy sound of the mic. And this is how the microphone will sound. Hold on, let me actually get it up to levels. This is how the microphone will sound uh when you're doing your voiceovers. And this is when you're up on the microphone. This is called the proximity effect. So you will sound basically like this if you're speaking a little bit further from the mic. How you want to do it is you want to do this. You want to do this. And this is the proper couple inch off of the microphone, 3 inches away from the microphone. And this is what you want to do when you're speaking regular. And then when you're doing like your voiceovers and stuff, you want to be closer to the microphone. And what that does is it activates the proximity effect. So the reason why I told you to get this microphone X, even though both are really good for their own different reasons, right? Kind of like night and day. But when you in particular get up on this microphone and activate the presence effect, that's when people really get to hear your voice. That's when you really, you know what I'm saying? When you get up on this joint and say, open your minds, bro, you going to be like, God damn.
What about
you gonna have to
what
look
about
around
when I
like, damn, my
what
mind
about
almost
when I
open.
what about when I get on there and I say these old mamas? What
Yeah.
about when I
Well,
get
you
on
can
there?
always get a voice changer or a vocoder. They're like $30-$60, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then just flip it on, and then it's something totally different. But you see how you get a totally different sound out of this?
yeah.
Same thing with this one. The only thing about this one now, these grill like the grills and the vents on this one, this really doesn't have a presence boost when you get closer to it or when you get further back, because this thing has what's called variable D technology, and that basically helps with the sound rejection and stuff like that. So that way this thing doesn't pick up that much sound, and you really don't lose or gain too much with the proximity effect. But this thing right here, you could talk just like this, have a great recording, and then when you get further, now it gives you that proximity effect. So this microphone is considered dark. This is more of a darker microphone, you know, and it's a lot different. You know what I'm saying? So I'll do one last one. I'll plug in this condenser mic. This one, like I said, this is the King B. This one went from 100. This one went from 350 all the way down to 100. It's yellow and black. Hold on. All right, I gotta turn it down. Hold on, y'all. All right.
That
Now
one sounds good too.
we should be good. Yeah. A lot of people when they first heard me, I was actually speaking on this microphone, and this is a really good microphone. You don't have to do that much. If you get closer to it, you can definitely hear the difference. And it's just a really good microphone. You get more clarity, you can hear more of your tone, and you can do your audio books with this microphone. You see what I'm saying? And it does look good for the camera. When I had it suspended.
Yeah, you said that's
From
the
the ceiling
heavy. That's the heavy
down.
mic.
Yeah,
That
this
joke
one's
is heavy.
Yeah, actually,
So
if
you
you
got to have a
guys,
good arm, right? Gotta
yeah,
have a
you
good.
gotta have a good, you gotta have a good boom arm. Actually, if you guys are really interested in this microphone, this one is the King B. I mean, good luck trying to find it. They have a smaller version of this microphone that's actually good also for $80. I keep telling y'all, go get it. It's called the Worker B, and it's a lot smaller. People use it for kick drums and stuff like that, but you can definitely use it for voice work and stuff like that. You do some voice work with this, you do a little bit of EQing, or if you just do it good, if you got a good interface and you just shoot it raw and just do it just like this, no noise in the background. Even though I can hear the noise in the background, y'all might not be able to hear it. I can hear a little bit of the room noise. but y'all might not be able to hear it. And it captures the wind and everything. And this right here on front of it, this is a pop filter. So I can say Paul picks up pizza pronto, and it won't really take too much from it. But when I take it off, then you can hear the plosives, you know. So, you know, I mean, it's a whole nother world, man.
Yeah, but
Whole
you say that
nother
joke.
world.
You say that joker weighs a ton, so your
Oh
your
yeah,
your boom arm game got to be up to snuff. Where you got
because you got this big shock mount right here. See, now you can hear more of the room reverb. See, when I'm
Yeah.
speaking behind it, you can hear
Yeah.
more of the room reverb. Now you have the shock mount right here that the microphone, you got to slide it down into this housing right here. And the microphone, this shock mount right here got these rubber bands on it, so it can stabilize the microphone. So when something bounces it, the microphone doesn't pick it up as much. But you can hear the room reverb. So these microphones, you know, it picks up like a heart pattern. It's like this, and then it kind of stops. It's like a little heart pattern. So you can hear me from behind it. But then when I get a little bit on the side of it, you can hear it. And then when I get back in front of it, you can hear it. And then when I get on the side of it, you can hear it. And then when I get behind it, it's a little bit different and a little bit more muffled. And then when I come back around to the front of it, you can hear how the microphone sounds.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, y'all, like I said, I'm running it on this $200 Zoom. I mean, I only got the noise going from the Zoom into my interface through the headphone jack. I'm running it on a $200 unit that you can go down to Best Buy right now and pick up. If I put my Amazon affiliate link in the description or something, I mean, you want to do it that way, you can do it that way. But $200, man. This is your podcast. Like, I literally I'm giving y'all the jewels right now, you know. So, you know.
I agree. But yeah, I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Brother CUDA, man. I appreciate you, brother.
No
I'm going to be hitting you up because I gotta step my my game up, especially if I accept this offer for
most
the
definitely.
for
You'll
the
be
audio
glad.
books. Yeah,
You'll
I
be
have
glad
to.
that you did. And I'll show
have
you where to
to do it.
go also, because you can go to places like Upwork. Also, another good place that I'm learning to do audio books is Fiverr. They actually go look for audio books. People actually they
Yeah, I
hire
know.
people for audio books on Fiverr.
Yeah,
but
I
like
know. I know.
Upwork, it's like I know Upwork and all those other places. They actually they get jobs for you too. So that's another thing. But they're like a monthly subscription. But I'm talking about if you don't want to pay. So you know.
Yeah.
So,
But this was good stuff tonight, man. And
most def.
you know, I'm pretty sure that people learned something from it. If y'all didn't, damn it, I did. So somebody learned something tonight. If it was only me, but I
Most
hope the
definitely.
brothers, I hope the brothers learned something. And you know, go ahead, put your channel in the chat. I do believe that Brother CUDA's channel. I think I put it in the description box down there. Let me look. You know, like I said, I'm
Okay.
old,
Well,
nigga.
thank you, man. I
I
really
be forgetting.
appreciate it, man.
I be forgetting.
do.
I be forgetting
really
shit
do.
that I don't write down. But yeah, go ahead, look down in the description box if you're here now, and also if you're listening on the playback, look down in the description box and hit Brother CUDA's channel up, and go ahead and hit the bell so you
Most
can
def.
get all the notifications and all that kind of stuff. And you know, one thing you don't got to worry about when you go down to DJ CUDA's, you don't have to worry about no a bad sound. God damn it. So you don't have to
I'm
worry about
trying,
bad sound
man.
and shit like that.
Yeah,
But
I'm trying.
you know,
trying. Yeah.
all jokes aside, man, and appreciate that super chat. God damn, but y'all showing out tonight. I appreciate that super chat, Brother Clue. He said, X, look up the narrator, Kevin Pierce.
Oh, I
He's
gotta
one
look
of the
him up.
top narrators for Apocalypse Stories on Audible.
Yeah.
I do know who he is. I know who he
Okay.
is. So, yeah, I know who he is.
It's good to
No,
study study the best to become the best. Study the greats to
yes,
become great.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
I even study. I study. I watch James Earl Jones. I watch
Oh
Morgan
yeah,
Freeman.
yeah,
I watch these guys. David Attenborough
yep.
from
Earl
the Discovery
Nightingale.
Channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
I
Earl
watch these
Nightingale.
guys because I've been doing this for a while. I told you I've been doing this
Yep.
since
I said a while
2009.
ago.
I
Yep.
got more than a decade into doing voiceovers. I did it heavier back then, and that's kind of how I got discovered into radio. Um,
Also, if you get the chance, because I'm about to do this. Also, I'm about to have a course over at Udemy
okay,
for podcasting, and
okay,
you can definitely do the same thing. Basically, narrate your own course
hmm,
and sell it. People, the whole other audience will buy your course, and they want to hear about it. And
yeah,
then it's not like they don't have a place where they can come to and actually see you and see you actually work after they buy the course or before they buy the course. You
yeah,
know, so
yeah.
we're on the up and up, man. Anytime you need me over here, man, I'm here.
Oh,
You dig?
absolutely, man. I appreciate you, brother. You know I do. If you didn't hit the damn like button, on the way in the door, hit it on the way out. Once again, brother CUDA, man, thank you, my brother. I'll be coming down there to see you maybe on a Wednesday or a Thursday.
Okay, no
Uh,
problem. No problem. I'll be here.
well, a Saturday too, because I don't work Sundays, but
Okay.
Saturday I usually don't do too much. If I do a show afterwards, after that, I go and I slap my woman on the ass and make her
Uh
make me a sandwich and bring me
oh.
a cigar. So,
Okay, man. That sounds like my type of fun right there.
I usually do that on Saturday nights afterwards, but I will come down there on like a Wednesday or a Thursday, man, and holler at you or something, or drop a
That's
few
a bet.
dollars on you or something.
Yeah, man. That's a
Man.
bet, man. And
I
ask me anything
appreciate
you
you,
want to
brother.
know, man. Yeah, anything you want to know, you got it. I got you.
Absolutely,
You
man.
dig?
I appreciate you, everybody. Once again, brother DJ CUDA in the house, and like I said, look down in the subscription box. Go ahead, hit that link, hit the bell, and learn some shit about audio. All right, why
Most
don't
def.
you, brother CUDA, man? I appreciate you, brother. Peace,
Appreciate it. Peace.
my man. Yeah, just got off the line with brother CUDA, man. I learned some shit tonight. I also wrote down that damn look at that. I just wrote it down. And goddamn, I forgot it already. That damn pod rad 2 Zoom pod track 2 P4, I think it is. And yeah, man, because I'm going, my brother Jay Shine is in the house. What's good with it, brother Jay Shine? Yeah, I learned a lot tonight, man, about audio and all that kind of stuff, because I told y'all I'm entertaining an audio book deal. I'm actually in some soft negotiations about it. So I'm going to I'm gonna have to step my equipment up just a bit, because I'll be and I'm not gonna be doing it every day because my season done started. So y'all know I'm a goddamn, be sun up to sundown. But days that I'm not working, I'll be doing, the voiceover stuff. And like I said, a lot of brothers out there, a lot of brothers have been hitting me up for voiceovers, in the space. So I want to be able to give you brothers a quality product when you come to me. So I'm going to be, I have to step it up a little bit, man, because people have taken some interest in the old man's voice. So I guess I gotta get back into my voiceover mode and start doing some stuff, I mean, I'm going to be doing pre-recorded videos, folks, as well. I just put one up called the Oedipus Complexities. Now that one was actually some snippets I took from when I was on Brother Bernard Riley's show one day, And there's a few skips in it because something was going on with StreamYards that day. But y'all listen to it, y'all get the gist of it. I have another one that I'm working on, and I may throw that out there either tomorrow or the next day. But before we get up out of here, y'all know I always got to hit y'all in the head with X's programming notes, because this week's gonna be a heavy week, y'all. I'm actually doing 3 streams this week. Can y'all believe it? It's like crazy. But the only one I have a damn thumbnail for is Wednesday. Now, Wednesday, this lady here will be here. Her name is Rhonda Dixon Esquire, and she is the director of the Dixon Law Center in California. And she's an attorney, and she's an attorney that specializes in fact, she just not too long ago published a book about the plight of Black and Latino men when it comes to being stopped by the police. Also, she also talks about what you should and should not do, and she also talks about how the laws are constructed and bent against Black and Latino men. It's going to be a very serious show. She's going to come on and she's going to be talking some law and order. So you definitely want to be here Wednesday night. It's going to be a serious show. Y'all can go ahead and look her up if you want. Her name is Rhonda L. Dixon Esquire. She's an attorney in California from the Dixon Law Center. I think it's the Dixon Justice Center. And she's gonna come in, man, and she's gonna chop it up, man, and she's gonna tell you some things that you don't know. We're gonna be talking about some law and order concerning cannabis as well. She's gonna be talking about law and democracy and how democracy and law intertwines. I mean, it's gonna be a very serious show. If you're a Black man or a Latino man, you don't want to miss this show on Wednesday. It's going to be serious business. We're going to be talking about some serious stuff. This lady knows her stuff, man. She does. She knows her stuff. Her and I, we had a conversation the other day. You know, we spoke on the phone and stuff. Getting it together and scheduling her to come on and just being on the phone with her, man, listening to what she was saying. This lady knows her stuff. All right. This lady knows her stuff. So, like I said, brothers, you want to be here. If you're not going to catch any more of my shows, make sure you catch the show that comes on Wednesday. Make sure you do, because this lady is going to drop some bombs on you that you didn't know. She dropped bombs on me in that 30-minute phone call we had, things that I thought I knew about. And, because she's been practicing law for 30 years. So she understands it. And like I said, she just published a book, I think maybe 3 months ago, explaining these things. But she's going to be right here on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. She will be here Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So, brothers, make sure you're here for this one. Also, Tuesday, I will be interviewing. I don't know if y'all are familiar with him. Y'all gonna have to wait for the thumbnail for that one. The wacky world of OTV will be here Tuesday night for a chop up interview as well. And Thursday, make sure you hear. I'll have the thumbnails up tomorrow, y'all. But Thursday, we will be here, and I have hit a few brothers up. They know what we're going to be talking about. All right. I'm probably going to have a full clip. It's going to be a night of heavy hitters, and we are going to be discussing. We're going to be discussing the incorrect espousals of obsessed interlocutors. You heard me. The incorrect espousals of obsessed interlocutors. Let that swirl around in your head for a while. Or you can try to say it real fast, 5 times. I was having trouble just saying it those 2 times. Yeah, so you definitely want to be here Thursday as well. We're gonna chop it up Thursday, man, and we're going to be talking about a situation that is going on inside of the internet right now. And we're going to be discussing not only what to do about it, we're also going to be doing some clarifications about it as well. So you definitely want to be here Thursday too. That's going to be, one more time, the incorrect espousal of obsessed interlocutors. All right. So I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. I appreciate all you good brothers, man, for all the cash apps you dropped tonight, all the super chats you dropped tonight. I mean, y'all really showed out tonight, man, all the cash apps and super chats. You know, I appreciate all you good brothers, man. I appreciate you showing up here tonight. I appreciate you hanging in here with us and interacting with Brother CUDA, man. It's always good, man, to be up here with you good folks, man. It is. I don't take it lightly because I don't take you lightly. All right. I never have and I never will. And I appreciate all you good folks who hang out there and all you good folks who hang out up in here. All right. Also, one more thing. I know I'm running my mouth, but also one more thing before y'all go. I know y'all are familiar with my man, Lil Big Nate, right? He is launching his show Tuesday night. I believe he's throwing down at 7. I don't know for sure. I have to call him. But he's throwing down Tuesday night. So you'll see the debut of the Little Big Nate show. Here's a preview. You've heard the voice. You know the name. You've waited long enough. Little Big Nate has arrived. And it's on. Let's go. Yeah. So make sure you check out my man, Lil Big Nate, man, Tuesday night as well. And also, if you're looking for some graphic work, if you're looking for some intros, outros, or any type of graphic work for your website or whatever, you might want to check this guy out too. Yeah, go ahead and hit old brother SKC up as well, man. It's SKC at skcwork.com. That's SKC at skcwork.com. I mean, this guy does phenomenal work, man. And a lot of the graphics that you see, not just here, but on other people's pages, has been done by this brother. A lot of the graphics that you see around in the space and on people's YouTube pages, all of that stuff is SKC's work. So if you need some of that, go ahead and hit the brother up. All right. So with that, I will leave you good folks with 3 words, you know, like I always do. Open your mind.
Hours of power.
And so a community is where you control your police, you control your commerce, you control your education, you control your house. We don't control none of that. We live in a hood. Huh? Well, what about the Negroes that get out? Oh, well, say, my cousin, they say he's a multi-millionaire, almost got $1 billion.
The Prophet of Thought
3 PhDs, working on 2 more. Driving down the street in Chicago, in his Rolls Royce, enjoying himself, and he hear these sirens and look through the mirror and see this cop car flashing lights. He squeezed the steering wheel, man. Heart beats fast. Because he knows the price of a Negro, what it could be. And then when that cop car passed him by, he said, thank God he wasn't after you in the first place, punk. That Negro thing you can't get away from. It's universal. They wasn't coming after you. With all your millions, with your Rolls Royce, with your PhD, didn't help. That's the hood. Why do you think you never pick up the paper or TV over and over and see white families travel? You think of the thousands of black cops in America. Why don't you see white families crying as black cops shot my loved one 42 times in the back of the head? Why do you think black cops are more serious? Think they're more spiritual? Think they're better? No! They got enough sense to know that white folks ain't gonna tolerate it. And I will stop in our neighborhood when we decide we will not tolerate it. Now, if we was organized, which is hard to organize people who are just gonna run crazy and you don't know you're crazy. But if we were, with the money we have, and the many people who would come to our aid that don't know what it's like to be a Negro, and we said, look, we saying, if we don't get a federal law to deal with police brutality, that any time a cop or anybody carry a gun, have to have a license just like you do to drive a car. And if you use it wrongly, you'll lose your license. And if it's upheld, you can never work again as a cop or a store guard or a private detective. How do you get Congress to push that through? Well, you take your economic power and you call on your friends, black, white, young and old, and say, this coming Christmas, if we don't have a federal law to outlaw police brutality by law, then we call them for a nationwide boycott of Christmas and it'll start on Thanksgiving. Well, let me tell you what that means. 79% of all retail in America happens between Thanksgiving and Christmas. People stay in business all year, lose money just for Christmas, huh? Well, what happens now? Sac Fifth Avenue, Toys R Us, Sears and Roebuck, Westinghouse. They will get the bill, and all they got to do is make one phone call and say, Harry, that's the senator, I want that bill pushed through in 3 days. Okay, it's an economic thing. It's that simple. But we have the power, but the system has wiped us out so bad.
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
San Antonio, Lincoln 6. Go ahead. We have a suspect down, 10-4. That's 10-4. The officer's code 4. We have one suspect that's been shot.
Open your mind.
Only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your mind.